And the news this morning.
50.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is 950 ENT Radio's PRG podcast. It's your boy Freddie on Focus.
Yes, sir. It's your boy PRG Black representing 950.
And it's your boy Cutta Calhoun, always and forever, rapping for the South Side.
Yes, sir.
So how's y'all week been?
Not bad. It's actually been a good week for me. You know what I'm saying?
Elaborate.
All right. So I got my car back.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? It's downstairs. We good. We good in the hood. Mm-hmm. What else happened? On some PRG shit, I chilled with my son the other day.
Okay.
He did a little sax thing with his jazz band from high school at Disney.
A little thing at Disney, huh?
Yeah, a little thing at Disney, you know what I'm saying? Performing out there, doing this thing. Shout out to him. He in the building tonight. What's up, big time? You all right? All right, no doubt.
Yeah, I'll be bringing that sax everywhere.
You know what I'm
saying? Know how to play that shit? Serenading all you hoes, yo.
What?
Already. Fred Savage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we did our little Disney thing. He had a good time. And then today, on top of that, took my man to the DMV. You know what I'm saying? He had his little road test. He got his license now.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? He got his little driver's license on deck. So, you know, these are all positive things for him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get him in a better state. You know what I'm saying? Trying to teach him how to be a man and all that. So, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
All positive things. So, I
good.
appreciate that.
I actually got to change my license on Monday to a Florida license.
Okay.
And officially become, again, a Florida resident.
Oh, man. Didn't we talk about
Back
that?
for the second time.
We talked about that like 2 weeks ago. You ain't still get that fixed?
Nah, that's still there.
My pullover scare didn't force you to do
not
that?
At all.
Ooh.
Not at all.
Living life on the edge.
On the edge, so.
I want a lawsuit, so I gotta sue these police.
Ooh, that's right.
As long as I live at the end, I'm good. I'll take a couple.
It don't even matter. It don't even matter.
That's right, Fred. Speaking into existence.
Let's not. God forbid. Not
Yo,
wood.
stupid.
Where's the wood at?
Yeah,
You need
knock
milk.
on. Yeah, something.
Shit, man.
Yeah, but it was a good week, positive week. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy.
That's good.
I'm in a better spirit, better mind state, and all that.
I'm in a much better spirit. I actually, after last week's episode, I had to dip out, guys. Sorry about that, because my lady had a little event with her friend that she'd been telling me go there for weeks and such and such. I don't know, but I had to go because if not, I was gonna hear it the whole week.
Of course.
So I had to dip out on the show, and I'm apologize for Keem as well because he's still blasted. He's still not here.
Yeah.
He's still drunk from his birthday weekend.
What?
Happy birthday shout out once again.
And yet, I wasn't here for any of that, and I don't know what happened. I came in and it was like, oh man,
apparently there was a lot of shots going on.
Apparently,
even before we got to the studio.
Yeah, but I had to put some people in their place. But I just decided not to even try to talk to one of the people. I just decided to cut them off completely. I don't want, and I said if I ever find them around me, then it's gonna be trouble. I'm gonna cause a problem, but. I told everybody just keep the person away from me and we'll be good in the hood.
I mean, I think that's probably the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just avoid any conflict. You know what I'm saying? They do them and you do you.
Yeah.
Probably the best.
It's just some people you can't heal.
Can't reach them.
You can't reach them. And I feel like that's that type of person that you can't reach. Whatever you do, they're not going to understand.
I mean, it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
I mean, you trying to reach out, but the other person have to be receptive as well. So if they're not receptive, it's like you spinning your wheels.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So fuck it.
My patience gone though.
Exactly.
Did you ever get into where you went last Saturday? Did you ever talk about that?
Oh, I went to Mango's.
Okay.
What's
that?
that?
Yeah, Mango's is like a spot in Orlando off of International. They got like they do like a little show. They give you like a dinner, an expensive dinner. Let me tell you, I never spent $40 on fish tacos in my life.
What?
$40. It was $38.
Son, that's like a $15. That's a $15 meal.
God,
yeah.
Anywhere else?
And everything else was extra. Drink was extra on top of that. So it was nuts.
Last time I went, a drink was like $12.
Yeah.
So on top of $40 meal?
Yeah. I wouldn't go back to eat there again, but I'll definitely go back there to party because the party atmosphere is so dope. They got a little dope show while you eat your dinner. They bring out like a fake Michael Jackson and stuff like that. But other than the show, they actually have really good DJs that show up like after 10.
Yeah.
And they clear out all the dinner tables and they make it as like a big club. Upstairs is like a hip hop room, and then downstairs more like Latino, Spanish, and salsa, bachata, you know, and all that mess. And
I fucks with the hip hop room.
yeah,
You know
the
what I'm
hip hop
saying?
room is dope.
The other
They
DJ
got
is
a
dope.
vibe. Yeah,
I mean, both DJs are dope, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself in the hip hop room when I went.
I was surprised in that the DJ actually played because there's a lot of DJs out here that don't play. They play like they're kind of like Puerto Rican DJs. Not to diss any Puerto Rican DJs, you just play a lot of salsa. Puerto Rican DJs.
Okay.
Dominican DJs, DJs like in Uptown, like in New York, they actually play like more bachata. They play more like the underground.
Yeah.
People of like dembo and stuff, like they play the stuff that's popping like underground. So I was surprised, excuse me, to hear the DJ like playing underground stuff. I don't normally hear in Orlando. I was like, oh, okay, this guy's in his bag. Okay, see it. But other than that, it was a dope vibe, man.
Wait. Which Michael Jackson did they have? Did they have 1985 Michael?
Stupid.
Or
They had White Michael.
White Michael. Oh
yeah.
man,
Ah,
that's
shit.
like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They had the tourist Michael.
We don't prefer light Michael over here. Light skinned Michael.
You know,
he always black.
You know, the White Michael, I guess, is better for marketing, maybe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's Disney. You know what I'm saying? Disney area.
According to Gucci, the white Michael is way better. You know what I'm saying? He definitely will wear the blackface.
We going
And
there?
Prada.
We going there?
Yeah,
And Burberry.
I mean, what's up with that though? I mean,
I just did some research on that actually,
Yeah,
and they just said that it's all these brands are actually under the same house.
yeah.
Wow.
They have different names, but they're owned by the same person.
That makes sense then.
So it's like Puma. I think Puma is Puma, Louis Vuitton, Louis. I can't even pronounce it. I don't care. LV, and then another. They're all in the same.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought they was, especially like Puma and
Same
shit. I
fashion
thought they
house.
was all separate.
Yeah, no, it's all in the same fashion house.
You know what though?
Fashion house.
I'm like, so we talking about, you know, the Gucci thing, the Burberry thing. I'm like, why? First of all, why? Like, are they trying to say they don't want black people to wear their stuff?
I mean, that's the way I see it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a way of I feel like it's a way of right now because you know how Trump stirred up the pot, right?
Uh-huh.
He got he dug out all the little rat bowls out of the ground when and all of a sudden all the races are coming out to light. And I feel like right now it's like everybody's using the shock value of being racist in order to sell their brand, and it's working.
Some is working.
Shock value works when it comes to marketing your brand, whether it's bad or good. Like it's how they say,
all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Damn though, bro.
It's look how that's how Trump became president at the end of the day. If you think about it,
I mean,
I'm not looking at the blackface ski mask and saying, "Damn, I really want some Gucci right now."
but
you know what I'm saying?
That thing is not even. It's not even wearable. You can't even wear that.
Like, how you gonna rock that?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's like it's retarded. It's like they make it for shock value.
I mean, but I do get the fact that all right, you're gonna put this shit out. It's gonna be shocking. It's gonna drive people to the website. And while on the website, hey, old girl might see a fucking watch or a purse or a bag that she might like. You know what I'm saying? I get that, but but I strongly feel like they're doing all this shit specifically on Black History Month.
That's what I'm saying, bro. All this shit
Specifically
happened
on
in the
Black
last
History
month.
You know what I'm saying? Just to say, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
This is marketed that way.
We really don't want to fuck with y'all, so y'all probably shouldn't wear our stuff. And this is what drives me to, you know, I talked to Fred about this personally. Like I want to up my style game and everything.
Okay.
But, you know, I started looking at, you know, black-owned businesses more. You know what I'm saying? Getting me into, I want to look at this brand instead of some fucking foreign brand or some European motherfucker who don't even like me. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want to, you know, shout out to FUBU. I want to get something for us, by us. You know what I'm saying? And it's I don't know. I think it's good marketing towards them to get us to go in the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
You know, and
I mean, it's fucked up, but it does do the job of pointing us where we need to go as a culture.
Exactly, and I feel the same way. You know, not stylistically, but I feel the same way about Trump because when Barack Obama, when George Bush was in office, we didn't have all this black togetherness that we have now. Now it's like we're rising up as, you know, as people, and we want something that's better for us, that represents us better, not something that's put us down. You know, and we have social media to thank for that because, you know, it brings everything to the forefront and make us think about that shit.
See, I wasn't gonna let the blackface thing bother me too much.
Still got your Gucci belt.
You know what I'm saying? Nah.
What's the character name?
Bojangles?
No.
Not Sambo.
Sambo.
Is it Sambo? Yeah.
Sambo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm like, okay. You know, I know it probably should bother me, but I was like, I'm not going to let that bother me. But the new shit, the shit that Burberry came out with.
Oh, yeah.
Nuts.
You know what I'm
With the
saying?
noose?
Yeah, bro. I'm like, they came out with a hoodie with the strings being a noose. Now I'm like, do they not understand in the UK or whatever these other European countries?
That's the first place they should understand that.
Right, bro.
Yeah, they
so I'm
know.
like, is racism and what the black community went through, is that not a big deal in the UK? Is it a joke or is it different? I'm like, are they? Because I look at a noose. First thing I see when I see a noose is that's a representation of what we went through. You know what I'm saying? I'm not stuck back there, but it does represent. I don't see that and want to shop. I see that and that enrages me. So I'm like, what does I want to know what does a black person in the UK or in England where this stuff come from? How do they feel?
What they said it was that it was nautical theme.
What do you mean nautical?
Nautical, I guess that's a tool maybe you use in the to fish somehow or something like
My
that.
nigga, I'm not catching no fish with a noose.
I mean,
Nigga, I don't got no bait on that shit.
I don't know about fishing though, how that's used though. Where
I mean,
it's
what
used.
kind of fish gonna get in that big ass?
Maybe
noose?
they tied a boat.
I
with it.
mean,
I don't know.
even if, but you still can't ignore what it symbolizes
they knew what
in
they was
America,
doing.
right?
They knew it.
I mean, you can tie a fucking boat up with a knot. You know what I'm saying? You don't have how long it takes to learn how to do a noose, and then find a rope to do that shit. That shit was intentional. You know what I'm saying?
Well, noose is tighter. It's a secure knot because you're taking more time on it. So, but I'm not gonna sit here and try to.
I'm about to say this motherfucker talking like he experienced that shit. He's like,
Hell
if
no.
you want to do a proper noose,
news. That's another episode.
Oh man,
Say that
But
for next week
it's
episode.
crazy though. It's a blatant disrespect to all people of color. You know what I'm saying? It's a spit in our face. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with no 3-month boycott. They telling us that they don't want our business.
I don't understand why he did a 3-month.
That's what I'm saying. It should have been done.
It.
If it resonates in your heart that that's fucked up and you feel disrespected, then you shouldn't put no money in these people's pocket ever.
Yeah.
And another thing is, it
Fuck
kind of
3 months.
It's kind of a domino effect when it comes to this marketing thing because it's like Mayweather. Everybody wants to see him get knocked the fuck out. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna play the villain and be like, "I'm wearing this Gucci. I don't care what nobody says." So it kind of helps in his benefit
I ain't
too.
think about it like that.
makes you hate him more.
Right.
He plays into his brand.
right into his brand.
So it's just like, and that's the thing. We don't. A lot of people.
I ain't even peeped that.
Most people don't even watch the fight to watch him. You know, do his thing.
Right.
To win.
They just want to see Mayweather lose now.
They want to say who's gonna actually knock this dude out, and it doesn't happen.
People will watch what they hate more than what
That's
what
crazy.
they watch.
That's
They
crazy,
like,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? People just want to, because they watch every second just to wait for that motherfucker to fall, just to say,
Right.
I told you that motherfucker
Right.
ain't shit.
Right.
People
A
do
lot
that
of
shit all the
people,
time.
enough people didn't like him anyway because of Pacquiao. A lot of people like Pacquiao and they don't like him. So now, like you said, he is more the villain.
Yeah.
And people would love to see him.
It's nuts, man.
That's crazy, son.
But
Shout out to the Jolly Ranchers, though. You know what I'm saying?
The Jolly Ranchers.
This episode is sponsored by Jolly Ranchers.
You know what I'm saying?
Get you one. You know
You ever put them in the not to get too far off topic, you ever put them in vodka?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
pop it. They actually put these in syrup to all the kids that be drinking lean and shit.
Oh, shit.
They drop these in there
This motherfucker's giving tips to everybody.
Wow.
He said, drop this in your scissor.
and die.
Nah, but for real though, if you want to get on some advanced shit, you make Jello shots and put those at the bottom.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm saying, so you learned something here today.
man.
PRG
Remind me to make
podcast.
that during the Miami trip because that's gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I just told everybody I'm alcoholic.
It's all right. We good.
It's all right. Don't worry about my habits.
It's all right.
But yeah, going back to just not to getting back on topic, going back to our weeks and everything. I wasn't on last week's podcast, so I didn't get to say this. But,
Okay.
I think this would be a good time to say it. I had a slightly traumatizing week before last, in the fact that I paint the picture for y'all. So
Let's go.
Usually a couple nights a week, I go and get my daughters, and they spend the night at my house so I can take them to school in the morning. But one of those nights, I went to their house, and I got one of my daughters, Alyssa, and we were on the way home. And right down the street from our mom's house, and keep in mind, well, it was pitch black outside. It was around like 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Okay.
And I'm driving home, and then out of nowhere, a little girl ran out into the street. Yeah. So
Okay. What time was it again?
it was like around 7 or 8 o'clock at
And
night.
it's dark out
Yeah,
here
it's
at that
dark.
time. Yeah.
And
What was she doing now at this time?
I mean, now that
Question,
now that
Was
I-
she a little girl? Like
6 years old.
What?
Oh, yeah. Well, she shouldn't have not even been outside.
Yeah, well, after the situation happened, I learned that her mom and her grandma lived across the street from each other, so she was going home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she was just running across the street to her parents' house from home. In getting my daughter Alyssa, and I was on the way home, she ran out in front of my car, and thank goodness that I drive for a living, and I'm kind of trained to look out for anything out of the ordinary,
Right.
and lock my eyes on it, see what it is, make a quick reaction.
Okay.
That's in my job bio. So I was able to see her last minute, thank goodness, because she was literally right in front of my car.
Wow.
So I swerved and ended up making contact with her.
Wow.
I didn't hit her, but I did with the passenger rearview mirror.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
So
okay.
her head came in contact with my rearview mirror.
Oh,
Holy
man.
shit.
Yeah. So immediately slammed on the brakes, jumped out the car.
Was it a white girl?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I would have left. Nah.
Wow. All right.
Nah.
Nah,
Next
that's a
hit and run
joke.
story.
All jokes.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah, we all know. But yeah, so get out the car immediately. Keep in mind I have my daughter in my car,
Oh.
and she don't know what's going on. She on her phone playing fucking Roblox, whatever the fuck that is, and she was like, "Why we stop?" You know, and blah blah blah. I'm like, "Don't worry about it." So I got
Right.
out of the car.
Right.
The little girl runs to her mom's arms, saying, crying and stuff like that, and I just run up to her. I'm like, "Is she okay? Is she okay?" Husband comes outside. The fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened?
Right.
Then he was like, so and so got hit. It wasn't his fault. He wasn't doing anything unlawful. He was going the speed limit. She just ran out into the street, and I told her. I tried to tell her to stop. So in my mind, I didn't hear none of that. I'm just shaking up because
Right.
I almost
Right.
hit somebody, hit a little girl.
Correct.
You know what I'm
God
saying?
forbid you would have killed her, bro.
Exactly. That's the thing. That was what's going through my head the whole time, bro. And my nerves came back. You know what I'm saying? Shouting back out to the Cutta's close call. I started shaking again. This is how I know I got bad nerves, bro. Because I started shaking again because in my mind I'm thinking like, damn, almost hit this girl, almost ran over her. Thank God I had the reflexes to kind of avoid her because think about a car. The rear view mirror don't poke out that far from the car.
Correct.
So that was a super close fucking call. So the thing that twists me up is the way her parents reacted. The mom immediately said, so she was like, "Fuck, I'll take her to the hospital."
Wow.
Just like that. Yeah, she's like, all
Like
right,
it was
I'll
a
take-"
chore.
Yeah, like, oh man, now I'm gonna be in the hospital for a couple hours. Blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
Dad came out after he figured out what was going on. Cool as a cucumber, you know what I'm saying? It's like, she hard headed. She do this all the time. I try to tell her.
She do this all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
So why the fuck ain't you watching her?
Exactly. So I didn't say all that
Right.
because I was shaking up at the moment. Because
Correct.
in my head, I was like, "Fuck, I almost killed a little girl." So
First thing that comes to my head is lawsuit.
Yeah.
no,
Oof. Yeah.
first thing came in my head was like, no lawsuit because she ran out in front of my car.
No, correct.
You know what I'm saying? And the highway patrol said just because she ran out and the parents corroborated with it, I was deemed, not at fault. It was the kid's fault.
So no ticket or nothing?
Yeah, plus the area was pitch black. She was
Right.
wearing black, and she literally jet out in front of the street.
That's the parents' fault.
yeah, exactly.
To me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, dude came out. He was like, "Oh, she hard headed. She, you know what I'm saying. I tried to tell her mom not to let her go outside at night. Blah blah blah." But the way he was just talking, it was just so calm.
Wow.
And meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, I almost killed your daughter, and I'm feeling that shit. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And I'm like, oh my God. I immediately call my daughter's mom, say, hey, come pick her up.
Right.
She, yeah, what's going on? Just dropped her off. I'm like, just come pick her the fuck
Right,
up.
right.
You don't
Right.
need to know what's going on. Just come pick her up. So turns out she's all right. You know what I mean? She minor injury. She just had a bruise on her cheek because.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, thank goodness she had a bruise on her cheek just from the mirror hitting her.
Oh man.
Which, by the way, she broke my mirror, and I expect them to replace that. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just glad she all right. I told them, don't worry about the mirror. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Right.
She all right. But that leads me into saying when the FHP got there, because they're the one who responded to the incident.
Right.
And once they figured out everything was all cool, copacetic, everything was good. She was at the hospital, blah, blah, blah. She was coming home that night.
They did the CAT scans on her and all that?
Yeah, they did the CAT scans, all that shit. She was straight.
Well,
she
that's
was
good.
straight. And her mom was even nice enough to text me, because you remember in the group chat, I sent you that.
You sent me that. She sent you a friend request.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
I'm like, I'm ready to get catfish, but she fine, though.
Yo, you stupid. You stupid.
But
She sent you a friend request?
That's smash.
No. She just sent me a DM.
Okay, I'm about to say.
But
Just smash your
it's like
daughter's head.
that?
I'm about to smash you now.
But she sent me two.
You're next.
She sent me 2 wavy hands. So I'm like, all right, but you might be down for the
What
cause.
you doing?
But let me stop
damn.
saying. Let me stop playing. I'm just pure jokes. Pure jokes. So
He's single, man. He's single. He can do that.
I mean, that's true.
I'm single, but I'm not a fucking beast saying, I just hit your daughter, but your mom.
I'm about to hit you.
Can I hit you, though?
Nah.
All right, let me chill.
So that leads me into saying that when FHP got there, he seen everything was copacetic. He then went on to human trafficking. Yeah, he was like,
Okay.
He was like, every time I see a single father out there or a young father out there, I try to put him up on game
Okay.
about human trafficking. And he said it's rampant in Florida, just because
Really?
we're such a transient state. So we
Okay.
have a lot of people
Coming
coming
through.
coming in for Disney World and whatnot.
Right.
And
Makes sense.
But then they will scour the parking lots of Walmart or any of your big box stores, and they'll roll around in a stereotypical white van and scoop your kid up as soon as you don't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And he let me know that they use, because a lot of kids these days have cell phones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Both of my kids, or all 3 of my kids got cell phones. You know what I'm saying? The youngest being 6. But like I said, they don't do shit but play Roblox on there.
Right.
But he said that they will send you text messages just
the
to
gaming apps, right?
Yep, just from the gaming apps.
Wow.
And then,
I heard about that.
Yeah, and then once you reply or click on the link to that text, they automatically have the GPS data to your phone. So they're able to track your phone all the way to your house, see your movements, and whenever you're at Walmart, they'll be there waiting for you.
Yo, that's crazy.
There was a
bro.
group that did that and actually got caught too as well.
So that is ridiculous. They going through all of this to get your kids?
Yeah. I mean, that shit's real, man. That shit is
Son.
real.
Think about it. They probably, I don't know the cost of a kid, but if you think about it, I'm thinking $5,000, $10,000 per kid or
Probably
more.
more than
pretty
that.
sure they
Probably
gonna-
more than that, depending on the creed, color.
I
and
mean,
all that shit.
that's wow. I don't even want to think about that.
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Yo, you gotta be sick individual.
Son, to go through all of that.
You gotta be cold, like not care of nothing in the world, bro.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna put, like, you literally destroying a life at that point. You're not killing them, but you destroying them by putting them. People can't come back from that. Even if they, all right, somebody go rescue them. They're not gonna forget none of that, what they went through, bro. That's wild, bro.
But I don't know. It's me as a parent of 3. You know what
Right.
I mean? My oldest being 12, my youngest being 6. That shit rattled me. It was like, God damn. Now I gotta, not to say that I wasn't scouring through her phone, but now I'm. You
gotta do extra.
I have the knowledge to know what to look for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He told me straight up. He was like, "Man, this shit is rampant in this state, but they don't put this shit on the fucking news because it don't sell." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it bleeds, it leads.
This media's something else. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, man.
And it probably would put a bad light on the tourism too.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm pretty sure that plays a big part in it. People gonna be like, we ain't going to Florida for
We're not
vacation.
going to Orlando.
Right. And then
Oh,
all of a
wow.
sudden, the
I
state.
didn't even think about it that way.
Right. Now all of a sudden the state ain't getting that tax money.
Come on, man.
Wow.
If you sit here and thinking that the big corporations over here don't got money into silence and all that shit, you fucking.
And that's
Especially
crazy.
Disney.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't want to
crazy.
say the name. 'Cause
Well,
they
I
listening.
mean, all right, so we'll say the big corporation.
Yeah, that's what I said. Big corporations. This nigga was calling names and shit.
But that hurts though.
I'm not affiliated
Because
with
they whole thing is that they about
I'm just playing.
families. You know what I'm saying? That's their whole thing, family.
Yeah.
But is it really that, or is it really at the end of the day just about that money?
Yeah, it is about the money, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It is about the money.
That hurts, bro.
You know
that hurts to even think that.
And then I think about the mannerisms with my kids and everything. Like
Right.
Like my middle daughter, Shaylin, if she ain't fucking with me, she not fucking with me. Like if I piss her off or she get mad because I take her cell phone because she doing some other shit, she gonna be like, she gonna walk 10 paces behind me in the store, and I try to tell her ass, I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying, you need to bring your little ass over here.
Shit,
Then
put a little ass in the baby part of the cart.
Well, nah, she too big for all
I'm
that.
about to say his daughter's big.
Yeah, she too big
You
for all
stuck?
that.
Hey,
I'm gonna
that's
get
your fault.
Hey, I'm gonna get her one of them monkey backpacks. That's
You
elite.
stupid, son.
Facts.
I'm like drag a little ass.
Now that I think about it, that is not a bad idea now. Now
But people used to talk about that too.
how it was bad, right?
Yeah.
I talked about how it looks bad.
Yeah.
But hey, at least they coming home.
Nah, but
you know what I'm saying?
But me being the best father I can be, I tell her, if somebody steal you, they're gonna bring you back because it's gonna take you an hour for you to get on their nerves, and they're gonna be looking for to drop you off.
I mean, that's a parent joke. Because I used to say the same thing about my son. I was like, anybody ever fucking try to take his big ass? Once it's dinner time, I mean, like, nigga, you got to go.
Damn, nigga, you eat that much?
You ate everything in the crib.
I can actually vouch for that because, like, I have 2 little cousins I look after, right? And I let them sleep over my house for 2 days. They ate 2 weeks of groceries.
How old are they?
And they're, I think, one's 16 and the other one's
That's that age.
13.
Oh, that's that age.
No, 15. No, one's 14, one's
They
13.
eat everything.
Yo,
that shit crazy.
they
man.
ate up the whole house. I bought this big ass pack of cookies.
Oh,
The next day I went, I was like, babe, where the cookies at? She's like, your cousins ate them. They bodied them. I was like, what? That was a big ass pack of cookies, man.
that's supposed to last 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2, 3, shit. Man, I was craving
But
them
you know,
motherfucking cookies. I'm
back
still
in
thinking
the
about them
days-
damn cookies.
You know, back in the days, though, if we seen the big ass pack of cookies, it's on.
facts.
We're not thinking about next week. We think about tonight.
Like,
This was a big pack. This
was
was a big pack of cookies.
We used to back in the day. We used to get the pack of the powdered donuts, the donuts by Hostess.
Donuts.
My mom was strict about that shit. She was like, 2 donuts per child because there was 3 of us. 2 of y'all can get 2 donuts. I was the fat nigga who ate 4.
Damn.
No, I ate 6 and just charged it to the game. Like I just can't eat none of that bag.
That's time.
Yeah, that's time. So that was the end of round 1, apparently.
It was getting
You
to
know
the
what I'm
break.
saying? So let's take a break. We're gonna play some music. I don't have anything picked, so let's just find some good music and we're gonna play on the break. We're gonna talk about it and we're gonna come back. PRG Podcast. We'll be right back.
Yes,
Yo.
sir.
Hey, yeah. J. Lamont in the bitch. Hey, Cuckoo. Yeah.
It's taking up all of my energy. Hate when y'all hating on faking on me. Say what you want, what you got, what you see. Say that I need. Whole lot of cash, down the hoes on me. Little bit of juice, got your boy on me. Leave me the fuck alone when I'm on weed. When I'm on way, it's cool, get a job, get a 9 to 5. Try to get on my level, gotta pay the price. You gotta sleep with the devil, let it stay tonight. But my soul left, I'm trying to make it right. Got a head and a heart full of evil eyes. My reflection is waiting on me to decide if I should kill anyone thinking to equal the eye. Gotta go, gotta eat, you gotta die. To the game, all of the fame, all of the game, all of the change that you made to get into this whole hip hop famous shit. I ain't even really in it for the famous shit, but you even get on my way to shit. So get on my way. If you can't get on my way to shit, get on my way. Who didn't get in my? Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Get in my way. Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Who didn't get in my? Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Get in my way. Nobody get in my way. Gotta get in my way. Who didn't get in my? Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Get in my way. Nobody get in my way. Gotta get in my way. Who didn't get in my? Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Get in my way. Nobody get in my way. Gotta get in my way. Who gon' get in my way? Better put a gun in my face. Headshot, nigga, don't play. Let the 4-5 come back like Jay. I turn a 2-3 to a 6, boy. I got 30 on my wrist, boy. No jewelry, look at the flick of the wrist. Bet you can't do it like this, boy. I I am the man on the mound. I made the plan for the crown. I'm Jon Snow, you backstab, I snap back. You ain't taking me down. No bullshit like a left shot. I be on my twist like left eye. Bitches keep a nigga stressed out, so if I hit, I got you X'd out. You ain't getting half of my piggy bank. No big bank, take little bank. You don't give a fuck what a nigga think. Tell me why you click up on a nigga link. These niggas watch, don't double tap. See, I ain't got no love for that. And love of trees cause they block shade. I could give a fuck about your blockade. Who did get him up? Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Get in my way. Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Who didn't get him up? Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Get in my way. Nobody get in my way. Gotta get in my way. Who didn't get him up? Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Get in my way. Nobody get in my way. Gotta get in my way. Who didn't get him up? Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Get in my way. Nobody get in my way. Gotta get in my way. Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Get in my way. Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Who didn't get in my? Nobody get in my way. Get in my way. Get in my way. Nobody get in my way. Gotta get in my way.
Well, black ladies and gentlemen, this is 950 NT Radio.
Yes, sir.
PRG Podcast.
Nobody get in my way.
We back.
So what we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about this Jussie Smollett.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I mean, we hate to do the low hanging fruit, but I
What a
think
fucking loser.
son. Everybody, the wild shit is, everybody was on his side, bro. The whole community was on his side. Like
It was a fishy story from top. That's why I didn't even post it onto the 950 ENT radio page.
Right.
Because I was just like, this don't seem right. This is fishy.
It don't feel right.
Chicago, MAGA, country.
You know what I'm saying? He hit all three. Racism.
Bleach.
But the thing that fucked him up was that interview, though. Talking about he fought back and everything. I hit the nigga.
Yeah.
I hit him. Saying,
Was that the same
I
interview?
fought back. I'm
He
the
called
gay
himself
Tupac.
Gay Tupac.
Shout out to Tupac right
I
behind you,
mean,
bro.
come on. How could you even? I mean,
Even Tupac behind you looking down like, come on, guy.
come on, guy.
And look at his face.
Guy.
Yo.
I'm like, yo,
That's
man.
funny.
I'm like, yo. I mean, Tupac did a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what did you even do to consider yourself the gay Tupac? Like, what did you really go through? Even besides what he said he went through.
He wants to be like a hero. He wanted to be. I don't think this was only his idea. I think this was like the whole Empire, behind the scenes people that run Empire. Because who's watching Empire? Is anybody in this room watching Empire still?
Nah.
I watched like the first season.
I watched the first two, maybe three. I got to 3.5. No, 2.5. Like I got to the half of the third season, and I was just like, okay, this is getting a little ridiculous now. Yeah, like the writing was just not there for me. I don't know.
But even still, it was still a popping show. A lot of people
Facts.
watched it.
Yeah.
It was
you know
dope.
what I'm saying? But I don't get why he would do that when he had such a bright future ahead of him.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? If he would have stayed on the straight and narrow path, he
He'd have been
He
good.
could have been way bigger. He could have actually been the gay Tupac instead of what he claimed to be right now.
Correct.
You know,
You're
what I'm
right.
saying? Like if he was on some like, all right, I want to bring my cause to the forefront, and I want to do this. That's when we would have called you. Like if we would have said the gay Tupac thing, then we still would have hated it. Like, man, nigga, you ain't gay Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not spitting at cameras talking about gay life.
Right.
Gay life across my chest.
Got that shit on his stomach.
Yo.
Godson in the belly.
Yo.
With a sun around his what is it, belly button?
What?
Like Reggie Miller. You know Reggie Miller got a fucking sun tatted around his belly button.
Yeah, I seen
I'm pretty
that.
sure he want to take that back.
Tattoo removal.
That's one thing about tattoos, no go backs.
Yeah.
You got plenty of cover ups.
What are you even gonna cover that with?
Nothing.
Exactly. I mean, but damn, son, to make up that whole, y'all seen the memes though?
Yeah.
The Scooby Doo joints.
Yeah. Ooh,
When they pull the mask off and it's him.
I would have got away with it too.
What's up for these?
But yeah, man, he wrong for that, man, because not only are you negatively representing your people.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
the main thing.
You know, you just giving people ammunition to when they're saying like, all right, this is why we don't believe y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Bottom line.
You know what I'm saying?
like boy that cry wolf. So when it now when it does happen, people are gonna question it and be like, is this guy for real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not him, but I'm saying someone else.
Yeah.
In general,
I mean, but it's a silver lining in anything, in the fact that just lets a lot of people know, especially the ones who are quick to judge or quick to jump on it, whatever side it is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now they're gonna be like, all right, let's wait for the facts to come out, and they see what's going on. Because last time we jumped behind something like this, you know what I mean, we all felt stupid when the truth came to light.
And this kind of piggybacks on something I be saying. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody that's my skin color is for me. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody that's my skin color is for the culture. You know what I'm saying? The movements that he made was not for the culture. It was for himself.
he embarrassed us.
He embarrassed us. You know what I mean? Like you said, you know, that there's people out here who's waiting in the wings ready to use any type of ammunition. You know what I'm saying? Oh, see, this is what they do. This is who they are. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is going to be another situation. See? You know what I'm saying?
And it's unfortunate that happened, because it's people out there who's been traumatized,
that really went through it.
For real.
Right.
That, you know what I'm saying, who want to come out and say it, and they look to this guy for a source of light. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Why can't I talk about it and come out? It's the same thing with the Me Too movement.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You have so many women coming out against these guys who've done them wrong, who made passes at them, you know, especially in a job setting. And once that one person comes in and fucks it up, everybody is going to look at you
Fucks it up for everybody.
Yeah, it fucks it up for everybody, especially the ones who actually been through that shit, and it's fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that, especially when, you know, when us as black people, it's like, all right, it's similar to, you ever been in a room and somebody was like, oh, he called me nigga.
Right.
He called me the N-word, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, all right. So we get the story, and then it turns out you're just saying that just to get people on your side, and you were in the wrong, and you're trying to go worse.
Pulling the race card.
Yeah, you pulling the race card, and that's fucked up. I hate that shit.
Because there are issues of racism that need that to be addressed.
You know what I'm saying?
But now you wasting time putting this bullshit in the air.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about y'all, but I experienced racism at an early age. You know what I'm saying? I can think back back until, I don't even know how old I was, but I had just got off of training wheels, bro, and I was learning how to ride my bike around my block, because I grew up in Deltona. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, Deltona wasn't as diverse as it was now. It was mostly white people. You know what I'm saying? So back in the day, I was riding my bike. White kids called me the N-word, you know what I'm saying, through balloons at me.
Wow.
Water balloons, that is. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers ain't throwing helium balloons at me.
No doubt.
So rolled around, they threw balloons at me, told my pops. Pops said, hey, you know what I'm saying, give him the middle finger. Went back around, shot me with water guns. I'm like, Dad, that did not work. I'm like, that shit did not work.
What next, then?
But
do this.
You know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing, man. You know what I mean? Me as a black person, when people pulled the race card, he pulled the I don't know what card that is, because I don't play with that deck. But he pulled that card. And it's fucked up, because people who actually do play with that deck,
correct?
You know what I'm saying? Who got played that hand, they can't. They end up folding, because they you know what I'm saying, people don't believe them now.
Right. Like you said, it's like they crying wolf.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that actually think there's no racism out there, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Nowadays.
Oh yeah.
There's
right.
actually people that be like think that. Like,
and they be like,
mainly,
y'all just making it up.
Lil Wayne himself said that the other day.
Yeah,
I mean, but that nigga rich, though. You know what I'm saying? He rich.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna come up at him. Well,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? White people are very, very arrogant, so they're gonna be like, damn, I sounded racist. I'm not racist. I got a white daughter. I'm gonna use that card for the rest of my life. But you know what I'm saying?
At Kohl's?
Yeah. I got him from, that's
no, my bad.
That's a future joke.
I didn't mean to go there. I didn't mean to go there.
So yeah, it's just fucked up, man, because you just, man. But Jesse, you fucked up.
He did fuck up. I mean, he didn't have to do that. He had everybody on his side. You know what I'm saying? He had the community. You know, he had the black community on his side because he's black. You know what I'm saying? He had the gay community because he's gay. But now it's like, damn, can you believe anything he's saying? You know
Not
what I'm saying?
anymore. I mean, he got arrested for making a false accusation.
Yeah.
False police report.
But is anything he says, is he even gay?
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Is everything, his whole shit made up?
Originally, I thought that's what the story was going to end up being. I thought it was going to be a situation where he was out in Chicago trying to like fucking do some freaky shit and went up to the wrong two guys and they got fucked up and got embarrassed by it and tried to switch the story. But it turned out to be another.
That
thing.
man ain't even looked at it like that.
This is people's.
Yeah,
Because like my story, remember when that dude in North Carolina walked up to me, he drove up next to me and was like, yo, what's up?
Fred was like, all right.
All right.
I'll be right back.
He said, let me check my bank account.
I got something for you.
Chase.com.
My account's looking okay. All right, let me take out the tech.
You know what I'm saying?
Fake tech. Tech
Stupid.
Yeah, but it's crazy it's crazy the things that people will do for clout.
Yeah, bro.
Now I know we've all been in situations. Me personally, I've been in situations where people do things for notoriety, and you can kind of see it, but nobody else around you see that shit.
Right.
So you, in your eyes, you're like, man, this motherfucker just talking cash shit. He ain't about shit. But in everybody else's eyes, basically the people who play victim.
Right.
And it's a hard mind state to get behind because he was like, why would
He
you?
created the victim.
Why
man.
didn't they make this? Why didn't he pitch this idea and give it to like the Empire people? That would have been actually a good storyline
You right.
for Empire.
You
like,
right.
Two guys walk up, beat him to a pulp to where he almost dies,
That would have been perfect.
and that's a good little Empire storyline.
Guy.
honest.
I seen a meme and it said, I think Lil Duval said that shit. He was like, man, how y'all know we not watching that live episode of Empire right now?
Oh, for real?
It's like, how y'all know this shit?
Hey, even that story. That story, what we're living right now, could be a dope Empire little story.
You're right,
Little,
you're right.
little spin, like what is happening. That's
But
true.
now he's off the show.
Yeah.
They said
they're writing him off, right?
Yeah, they said they
Supposedly.
wrote him off for the last 2 episodes. They're done with him.
How they wrote him off though?
I don't know, but they said they wrote his character out of the last 2 episodes.
I want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I'm
I wanna
like,
hear how this nigga.
They got to
died.
kill him.
Yeah, they did the same shit to Roseanne. You
Yeah.
know when Roseanne said
Right.
that racist shit,
Right.
she ended up I don't know what the fuck she died from because I don't pay attention to white shit. But she died on the remake of not the Carters. That's Beyonce and fucking Jay-Z.
Roseanne,
The Connors.
the Connors, right?
Yeah.
right.
So they killed her off.
That's a good ass show, by the way. I caught myself watching that show for a little bit. I was like, I've been watching. I'm 4 episodes in right now.
Yeah, they said that shit is better than ever.
Roseanne was actually a pretty dope show too.
Yeah, it was back in the. I ain't gonna
mean,
front.
You know, I'm not gonna front and act like I didn't grow up watching Roseanne.
Yeah,
No,
well, I think
didn't
most of
either.
us said.
No,
You
I'm
did?
talking about the new one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But you know, it's just a spin off of the old one.
Yeah, I know why he said that. What he said because he wasn't happy with his salary on Empire.
Is that what it
And
was?
That's what he said, and also he said that he has a drug problem. So now he got a drug problem.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
When did we find out
Mental
that he had?
health.
When did we find out that he had said drug problem?
Now, after everything came out.
It's funny how people want to blame drugs.
This is the cleanup crew. Just
Right,
come in
exactly,
and do
exactly.
their thing.
Oh, he was on cocaine. He had bad batch. Yeah, fuck all that shit. You fucked up.
Exactly.
Take those lumps.
That's the
You know
best
what I'm
thing he
saying?
could do now.
Yeah.
Does he come back from this?
No.
I don't see how he
Nah.
can, bro.
Nobody gonna accept
because
him.
this is always going to be attached to his name.
Yep.
You know that he's a straight up liar. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, it's not like the dude wasn't a talented guy. He can sing.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer. It's not like he wasn't
He got a
talented.
name. You know what I'm saying? He was on a hit show.
So it just gets to the point where greed takes over.
Greed.
He needs
what
to.
I'm saying?
He needs to come forward and be like, "I'm sorry, it was a dickhead move. I just wanted to shine.
That's the
light.
only-
I wanted to shine light on.
That's the
issue
only possible way I think.
this way.
Even still, no. He's already canceled out. You
I mean,
can't-
his
you can't do that
integrity
shit.
is
Exactly.
crossed out now too. It's like you trying to do business with something that you know that doesn't have high integrity or morals.
Plus, I think he's too deep to say that shit right now.
Yeah.
You
He
know
should
what
go.
I'm saying?
He should go on
Pause.
Dr. Phil. Maybe Dr. Phil could talk to him. That'd be fire. I would watch that.
There you
That
go.
would, yeah, that would probably
That's
work.
fire.
Yeah,
Now
that
that you
would
say that-
record numbers.
You know what I'm saying? Bad Baby.
right now while it's hot too.
Yeah.
Was able to get a record deal off that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, look at that. And she's
Right.
actually really talented. Well, we said that in the show already, but
Yeah.
is she 18 yet? Oh no. Anyways,
Wow. Fred
Freddie-
Savage.
Fred Savage.
With another swish.
I'm kidding.
We need that
I
soundboard.
don't look at her that way.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, R.Kelly.
Yeah. Let's go into that. 10 counts.
Yo,
10 counts. It's a little late
He
on
got
that.
10 counts?
Yeah, 10 counts.
how
Of,
did he get
that's-
Jesse before him? Though?
That's all?
How did he get Jesse before him?
How they got Jussie before him? Because he was able to get elude conviction. That's how we got Jussie. That's how they got Jussie before him. At least he did the Harlem Shake and get out of that shit at one time.
It's a fucking videotape of him licking a 13-year-old's booty hole, and they didn't fucking. It's him. I seen the tape when I was a kid.
First of all,
That's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying?
When I was a kid, because I could see it because I was a kid.
Yeah.
First of all,
you're good.
I've been 13 before.
We
You know
all
what I'm
have.
saying? We don't learn cleanliness at that age. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bad move on his part.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't start washing my neck until like way later in life. That's true. My feet and my legs.
What are we talking about?
My legs. I used to let the soap just run down to my legs, and I'm thinking back all those football practices. My exes are y'all some nasty ass women. Let me tell y'all. Y'all was dealing
Why you think that, son? Why you think that?
Yo, all those football practices, none of my ex-girlfriends ever told me anything about my legs smelling like hot garbage. Until my girl recently, maybe 3 years ago, she's like, yo, your legs smell like dog.
Nigga,
Like straight wet dog. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't smell anything. She's like, do you wash your legs? I'm like, I let the soap run down on them when I shower.
This nigga started washing his legs 3 years ago.
Yo, it literally took like 3 weeks. Even washing it wasn't even doing it justice. I swear to God, it was still.
You had a lot of making up to do.
Yo, a lot of. I was about to shave off the hair off. I think it was in the hair.
So you stupid.
This nigga was Michael Blackson from the legs down, and he didn't realize it.
Yo, nuts though.
Fred Savage.
Nigga said, I thought his sun was just beaming on my legs. That's why I had a tan. That's it.
Yeah, how we get here from Jussie Smollett?
I don't know.
It's all fuck shit, man.
Yeah, these motherfuckers out
fuck
there
both of
probably
them
this
niggas.
motherfucker
Hey,
nasty.
Both of them motherfuckers are gonna get all the smoke they deserve.
Yeah.
I feel no remorse for those.
Nah, I
motherfuckers.
don't either.
They're gonna get whatever
Either
they
one.
deserve. You know
That's
what
a
I'm
bad
saying?
look for Chicago. Ain't Jussie Smollett that was Chicago too? Wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think he's from Chi-Town, but
But did the action happen in Chi-Town?
Yeah,
What he
yeah.
said happened? What he
from
said happened.
I wouldn't say that brings Chi-Town down. I think the string of murders did.
Yeah.
That's just an.
You
That's
You
just
might be right.
That's just
When
an
you-
R.Kelly. Hey.
When you weigh it out, yeah, I think
yeah.
you're right.
I mean, if anything, the fact that the cops are helping R.Kelly do his dirt, that's what brings Chicago down.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
scummy stuff happening in Chicago, man.
That's what I'm saying. They had a crazy week.
I mean, but a lot of that shit stems from, I hate to keep, bringing this up on our culture, but that's just how we was brought up. Not the whole underage girl thing. It's just that it's like disrespect women and shit like that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit stems from.
It's almost like, all bets are off. You know
The
what I'm saying?
90s,
This
bro.
is just what men do. But not all men is like that.
I think my generation was the last generation of the disrespectful shit. Because, I'm not going to elaborate on it, but, I grew up and I did some shit in my teenage years. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that I'm not proud of. But, that's just the culture that we was raised up in, you know what I'm saying? The famous saying from Nelly, ain't no fun unless we all get some. Too Short said it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we was brought up.
I mean, I think
Nelly said that?
Yeah.
And he's right now going through rape stuff right now.
ooh.
I hope it was that girl in the tip drill video that he swiped the credit card through his ass. Through her ass.
Classic moment.
Classic moment.
Yeah,
Everybody,
but that was classic.
it was classic. I did that shit to 3 strippers. They did not like it at all.
They did.
They did not like
I
it.
don't know where that card's been.
Nigga, I don't have a square in my ass. Don't swipe it. I'm like, all right, where's the square at so we can
That's
swipe?
probably like the 1,000th time a guy's done that to a stripper. So that's probably why. That's that one thing that they probably hate because it's done so much. It's like not a joke no more to them.
I mean,
Yo, this is hilarious. We need to have a stripper on the show and then confirm.
ooh,
How many times has a man swiped your ass with a credit card?
I seen a thing online. It was just like a guy. He was like, dance for me. And he was like, he has
Cash App?
And every time she would dance on him, he would keep sending her dollars through that shit. It was funny.
that is the high tech way to make it rain.
Yeah, facts.
That is
Because I can always call my bank and be like, I didn't do any of these
Stop the charges.
Stop the charges. I don't know.
I would never go to a strip club.
Why would I keep giving $1? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, the GPS location said that you were at Molly Brown's.
What? Do they
I
have
was-
GPS mode?
Son, I was
I
getting dinner.
lost my phone.
I was getting dinner.
I was getting
shit.
wings.
Oh shit!
Strip club wings be popping sometimes.
All right.
Strip club wings.
I feel like this is a show that we're just gonna tangent and just talk a whole bunch of crazy shit.
I mean, that's where we at already. So
yeah. But
Apparently.
next segment, I want us to talk about just crazy shit that happened with us. I got a couple stories. But we're not gonna do it this segment. We're gonna tease it for next
So
segment.
Jesse's done. Chicago's done. R.Kelly's about to be done. Finally.
Yeah. Chicago was done when as soon as fucking Kanye West put on their red hat, they were done. And Chief Keef started rapping. That's when they were done.
Chicago, y'all looking bad right now.
Chicago taking
Don't
L's
shoot
after
me, though.
L's, bro.
Actually, let's not talk about Chicago. They'll probably come in.
He was like,
Good.
You got
Next
to
week.
find me first, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Shoot my ass, nigga.
Y'all heard about the other shit?
That was
though?
Cutta that said that. I didn't say that.
It was like they say death come in threes. I mean, these is all deadly shots. So you heard about the third one
What's the third
with
one?
Robert Kraft?
Oh,
Robert Kraft got caught with 2 instances of dealing with a prostitute.
Was that Robert Kraft?
Yeah, the Patriots owner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Two counts of being with a prostitute.
Celebrate. This nigga
How did he get caught doing that?
I don't know, but that's like the daily talk right now. It was Jussie, it was R.Kelly, and then I seen a meme that had all 3 of them in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 2 counts of being with a prostitute, soliciting sex.
Oh, he's trying to get that menage a trois.
He was trying to get some. And I'm just like, yo, you got that craft,
How
man.
you get caught doing that unless you got caught in a bust where?
Well, you know.
Probably
That's
probably
nuts.
somebody come out with it. We'll look up the details and you can fill it in. But they probably just was looking for clout like everybody else
Yeah.
is.
Fucked
Just
up
threw
for
him under
Robert.
the bus. You know what I'm saying? Same shit they tried to do with Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart was smart enough to say, "I'm not gonna let y'all get me. Y'all ain't gonna get my money. I'm gonna tell that shit myself."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That was the smartest thing he did, and everybody still loves him.
Everybody's just tired of the Patriots, so they're like, "Yo, let's dig some dirt." I'm tired of them winning the fucking Super Bowl.
They already tried with Deflategate, and the motherfuckers
Yeah.
still won another game.
That's crazy.
New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft. I mean, it's been a bad week for Roberts, but Robert Kraft is facing charges of soliciting prostitution as part of a large-scale sex trafficking crackdown that has led
Crackdown was
to
a
hundreds
bust.
of arrest warrants in Florida.
In Florida?
Wow.
That's what it says.
Fucking with them Florida hoes. I try to tell y'all, man.
We were just talking about the trafficking with kids.
Son, they
That's
got
actually where it
video-
starts from too.
They talking about
It's not just
police
kids, bro.
said Kraft visited the Orchids of Asia Day Spa in Jupiter, Florida twice. Video footage shows him receiving paid acts in a room at the spa, and surveillance video showed him being driven to the spa.
My nigga put the fucking 20 in his.
So they
in
got
his
video footage of the brother.
This nigga put the 20 in his Gucci
Wow,
shoes.
that was all a setup.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. They do stings at these little places all the time. He just so happened to get caught in Jupiter, Florida, doing some fuck shit.
Let people get jerked off, man. It's cool, man.
I mean, you know, hey, if everybody's, you know, consenting adults, you know, hey, you do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
It's their bodies. Let them, their hands or whatever let them do whatever they
It
want.
don't work
man.
like that, bro. We need that money. We need that tax. You gonna get jerked off? I want 50 cents. Nigga.
It's a
Go to
small-
Vegas. This guy got so much money though. What's he doing at spas?
That's what I'm
getting jerked
thinking.
off?
That's what I'm thinking. You could have,
He could have high profile
bruh,
joints. Like
private joint, sign
You know what
something,
I'm
come to
saying?
the
He
crib.
can go to Asia and buy him.
Yeah, he could go to Jupiter. What was it, Asia,
facts.
Jupiter? He could go to Jupiter.
Motherfucker, he can go to DR and get all
Oh,
fucking
man, every
crazy.
time I think about the...
you can go, anywhere. All
Fair.
this. If people don't have no fucking brains,
Tell
bro.
me more about DR. I was
Stop it.
I can go for days about DR.
Yeah,
let me
we
tell
could.
you.
All I,
all
you know.
Now we
We
got
saw a
to
lot
take
of-
that trip first. Then we could go days about DR.
Yeah,
Then
no.
I have something to say about it. I'm like,
I can't do nothing about you. I'll show you the. I'll bring them to you though.
Good move. Good move.
bring
I
it
can't
to
do nothing. I'm gonna do everything though.
Anyway,
I don't care who hears it. I'm single like a fucking dollar bill,
Shit, you let
single
me know.
like a dollar bill. You stupid, son.
blowing in the wind.
What a loser though.
Which one?
This guy, the Patriots, only because he's a Patriot too. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
makes him
that-
more of
Yeah,
a
that's
loser.
another thing. If it was a Jets owner, you know what I'm saying, I might have thought a little different.
Like he didn't do nothing. Free my man. He didn't
You know
do
what I'm
nothing.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? Just gonna, get a little hanky pank. You know what I'm saying? Little shake.
But this ain't gonna be nothing. This is a drop in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? He definitely ain't gonna do no time. You know, whatever. You know, he might pay a couple dollars and be done with it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? He
All
got
I'm saying
bread.
is, we got a lot of shit between us that we've. This is a totally different subject, but it's gonna feed into what we're gonna talk about next segment. Me personally, I've held a lot of occupations. None of them consisted of a blowjob, but But I have crazy stories from when I used to work at the gas station, and right now I deliver packages for a popular company that ends with an X, and it's just so much crazy stuff.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, we don't. FedEx. It's just so many things that us normal people see that people wouldn't believe, and just like, for instance, Fred's girl. She told us about the time that one time it was raining outside. It was like a tornado or whatever coming through, and people call up to her job, and say, "Hey, can some of your guys come down here and move my car into the garage? It's about to hail outside."
What?
Yeah,
they do that.
Shit like
that's
that.
crazy.
Shit that people won't even believe. I mean, I want to point out
privileged.
I want to point out the fact that that's Caucasian privilege at its finest. You know what I'm saying?
Since you guys are here,
I've been with you for 60 years.
how many packages you've brought me?
You can't come to my house and put my car in my garage?
Why not? Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
But it's just so much crazy shit. I'm gonna tell a quick story, and then it'll last this segment. Then we'll elaborate more on that.
All right, no doubt.
Next segment,
No doubt.
One story was the time somebody stole a whole bunch of Newports from me. I was working an overnight shift at the gas station. A girl and her man walking in, and he was like, "Oh, where's your bathroom?" I'm like, "Oh, it's behind the counter. Make a right. You know what I'm saying? First door on your left. You know what I'm saying?"
Okay.
And his girl stayed at the counter and she just chopping it up with me. I'm like, "All right, girl, this bitch trying to flirt with me. What's up though?"
Right.
So she got new tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Eve style. I mean, they on her in the breastises.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Oh, I got some new tattoos. You want to see them?"
Only Eve could pull that off. Yeah. All the rest of you hoes look fucking disgusting. Tattoos.
If Eva Pickford had tattoos right here, bro, I'd be all over that.
No, she fine. She fine.
She's super fine.
Super fine.
That's my.
She ain't got no titties, but
that's my latest crush. Don't talk about her like that.
She ain't got no titties. She like a boy.
Man. He's a titty man.
I mean, well, yeah, big time.
But either way, she ended up flashing her full set of breasts to me.
Okay.
Showing me her tattoos.
Okay.
Meanwhile, her nigga was behind the counter picking Newports off the counter. And I'm staring at this girl like,
mesmerized.
Nipple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight up. I'm like, and she's like, "Do you like?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." And then all of a sudden, dude come out of the background. He's like, "All right, babe, let's go." Motherfucker walked out with a pocket full of Newports, and I didn't even realize it till at the end of the night when I did my cigarette count, and it was a shelf missing.
Oh,
yeah,
shit!
He got me for about 10 packs of Newports.
Damn.
And this was back when Newports. This was back in like 08, 09 when
that
Newports
tax
was like when Newports was like $7-8 a pack.
Damn.
Did your job beat you in the head for that?
Nah, they don't pay me enough to do all that shit. You pay me enough to stand there and
look
observe.
at titties.
That's
what I was doing.
That's right. Stand up and observe. That's what I do. I you know what I'm saying, motorboat and all that shit. But
Facts.
yeah, but it's just crazy the shit that I seen at this fucking job. But
all right,
we'll talk about it next segment.
All right, so y'all want to take another break? That's the end of round 2. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna listen to some music as usual. We're gonna come back to the PRG podcast on 950 ENT Radio.
Damn, VG, you made this?
Brother Chino.
Had to put in pain just to get to that guap. Going hard and I'm never gonna stop. Ain't no running me, had to get to the top. Hop in the whip, drifting off in the drop. Breaking bangs, for an order, yeah, we switching lanes. No flex around me, real is taking chains. Ask about us, yeah, we put in pain. Yeah, they don't wanna see us win. Oppas want us in the sky. They don't know where we been. Niggas hate, I wonder why. They don't wanna see us win. Oppas want us in the sky. They don't know where we been. Niggas hate, I wonder why. Young main realer who stay causing noise. Had to play the block, I ain't have a choice. Had to ice up so I could hear my voice. Singing with the grip, had to dub the choice. I'm Chino from the south side. C block where the hollows fly. Lost my heart when I heard Danny die. Gotta stay focused where he bound mine. Chasing that cheddar, I'm breaking the bank. I got realers around me who tugging that thing. Don't act like you body, this body's dropping. Survival the fittest, don't act like you bang. My shooters is with me, they taking bodies. Disrespect any name, you gon' see the gang. I ain't from high bitch, but I got the bitch with me. They all of my realers, you can tell by the slang. Go to Starless just to blow it back. Big booty bitches shaking all that ass. I'm taking over, see the camouflage. Steady making moves, show no love to my class. This ain't gas, it's that Rolo pack. Pockets heavy, you can see the racks. Always strapped, I can never lag. Had to lay low, but you know I'm back. They want me gone, I know. I was plotting on the low, you know the streets stay cold. Sometimes it feels so alone when you don't know who gon' fold. When them hard times unfold, that's why I marry my pole. I can't trust no soul, to leave the hood is the goal. Mama said stay bold, mama I know. Had to put in pain just to get to that guap. Going hard and I'm never gon' stop, ain't no running me. Had to get to the top, hop in the whip, drifting off in the drop. Breaking bangs, for an order, yeah we switching lanes. No flex around me, realers taking chains. Ask about us, yeah we put in pain, yeah. They don't wanna see us win. Oppas want us in the sky. They don't know where we been. Niggas hate, I wonder why. They don't wanna see us win. Oppas want us in the sky. They don't know where we been. Niggas hate, I wonder why. Fuck is you talking about? Nigga, I'm running that south. Whole gang wildin' out. Nigga better watch his mouth. Whole gang popping out. Mary's on me right now. Ex watching for the flex. She just wanna fucking sex. I just want these damn checks. Yeah, when I pull up, all my realers on go, no handouts. Did this shit on my own, no fake love. Gotta stay in my zone when you talk to me. Better watch your tone, don't act like you even know me. Cause I did this shit by my dolly. Better catch up, y'all moving slowly. With my gang, nigga, never lonely. Steelo got gas, Ace got the toolie. I'm a new nigga to niggas that knew me. Flashing lights like we shooting a movie. A nigga a fan, your nigga a goofy. With my realers and we roam through the night, stay gripped up. And we ready to fight to my op niggas. You know it's on stage, steady masked up. With the lean of my Sprite, they have faith in me. Look how far we came. I'm brother Chino, nigga, I'm taking over the game. I can't love no bitch, all you bitches the same. Mama praying, I stay out of that frame, yeah. Had to put in pain just to get to that guap. Going hard and I'm never gon' stop, ain't no running me. Had to get to the top, hop in the whip, drifting off in the drop. Breaking bangs, for an order, yeah we switching lanes. No flex around me, realers taking chains. Ask about us, yeah we put in pain, yeah. They don't wanna see us win. Oppas want us in the sky. They don't know where we been. Niggas hate, I wonder why. They don't wanna see us win. Oppas want us in the sky. They don't know where we been. Niggas hate, I wonder why.
Welcome back to the PRG podcast. It's your boy Cutta.
It's your boy PRG Black representing.
Yes, sir. Freddie Focus.
And we back for another one. Shout out to my boy Keem.
Yes, sir. He's still drunk from his.
Keem, where you at, bro?
He's somewhere asleep. But before we went to break last time, I was talking about the craziness that happened to me in my occupations in the past. And it's one that I call the failed beer run that I want to bring up. And,
okay.
I don't want to bore y'all with too many stories, but this one's crazy. So at the end of the night, we got door accounts and everything. I used to work at a gas station, by the way, back in like 09, 08. So at the end of the night, after our shift is done, we have to do our accounts in which we count cigarettes, we do inventory, we do all that shit to make sure everything's good for the next person. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So in the midst of that, I was working a 2 to 10 shift, and this shit happened around like 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So it was dark outside and all this other good shit, just to paint the picture for you. So I had my back turned towards the cigarettes, you know, and my back's turned to the whole convenience store, so I don't see anything but the cigarettes. I'm counting. And then, as a rule, we have to make eye contact and greet every customer just to let them know, like, hey, I see you.
Hold on. This is a different story from the titty story?
It's a different story from the titty story.
Okay.
Different story. You know what I'm saying? No titties in this story.
No, damn. All right, I'm out.
No titties in this story. But, so I'm counting cigarettes, and some redneck dude walk in. Levi jeans, camo jacket, camo hat, stereotypical redneck dude. And so I make eye contact with him. Like, hey, how you doing? And I go on to count my rest of my cigarettes and everything. And So I know this motherfucker was up to something because he was kind of pacing and he walking back and forth. I'm like, oh man, this nigga about to steal something. So a minute or so goes by, and then out of nowhere, he grabs a 18 pack of like a suitcase of Bush beer, camo edition. You know what I'm saying? And grabs the beer, fucking runs outside. Now, in my mind, I'm like, ain't this some shit?
That's some bum ass shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Bush better beer.
That's what I'm saying. Bush beer, bro.
So guy runs outside. He has a getaway car waiting in the alley next to the gas station. Jumps in the getaway car, which happens to be a baby blue Cutlass Supreme, somewhere in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? One of the box style Oldsmobiles. Speeds out into the main way, and then instantly gets T-boned by a Dodge Ram. T-boned shit out of. Like, and I'm just sitting there and oh shit. And like split second, I'm like, oh, this fucking karma. And in doing so, he got T-boned. All the beers falls out of the car and spills out into the highway. I mean, into the roadway.
That's hilarious.
One of my regulars was at the liquor store across the street, and he seen what happened. You know what I'm saying? And you know, back in the day, pills was popping back in the day. Okay. So everybody was on one. You know what I'm saying? And he just happened to be on one. Okay. So I'm outside and I'm witnessing all this shit, and he comes out to me and he was like, "Bro, you mind if I take a couple of those beers at First Roadway?"
Yo.
I was like, go ahead, man. They already stole it.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't steal shit twice.
Can't steal them back.
You know what I'm saying? But
hilarious.
Then he took a couple of beers and fucking. He didn't have no car. He just ran out into the darkness. I don't know where the fuck he went. Haven't seen him since that day.
So he ran off into the darkness.
Then
that's some real crackhead shit.
So
just scampered off.
Yeah. But so a couple minutes go by. People gather. Cops get there. They do their investigation and they see what's going on and they get the story and everything. They talk to me and I told them what happened. I'm like, yeah, dude came in, fucking grabbed a case of beer, ran out, tried to do a beer run. You know what I'm saying? I'm snitching on everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm
snitching.
It's all right. It's 2019. We can do that. Even though that happened 10 years ago. So the fucking kicker is, once everything was said and done, the cop came back to me. He was like, those fucking dumbasses got hit by an off-duty cop.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
To make things worse.
Yes. And going back to what you guys said earlier, bro, if you're going to do a beer run, get into a fucking car accident, and then go to jail, at least steal some expensive shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't grab the bottom of the barrel beer.
Grab some Premier or something.
Get some Corona Premiers. Get some Stellas. Something. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he came in with a camo jacket, so he ain't no better. He was just trying.
That was probably Bush was probably top shelf beer to him.
Probably
with the camo jacket.
But it wasn't worth it to me because this guy he went to jail and all this other shit just over some fucking beer.
Should have just bought the beer.
You know what I'm saying?
What a loser.
Yeah. You know, that was just one of the fucking craziest things that happened to me. Just at my job. And I'm just going to leave it at that because I got too many to fucking count, and it'll be like 2 podcasts for me to go through all this shit.
When I was a retailer, they used to actually let you steal. Security would let you steal until you reached a certain amount.
Oh, they wanted to get that felony.
That's facts. That's
Once
facts.
you reach that like 1,000 mark, they're like, okay.
That's facts.
Steal one more time. It could be a piece of gum. You're going down.
They did, I'm not going to name them names. She's probably going to hate that I say this, but that's what happened to my homegirl when she used to work at a big box store. I'm not going to be specific whatsoever.
It's probably the same store I'm talking about.
No, it's red.
Okay.
But she was working at a box store, and she was doing little shit. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, but that let her get a big head until she started doing bigger shit, and then they hemmed her ass up and put a laundry list of shit that she stole. And was able to take her to jail off that shit.
Because they could write it off, too.
I mean, that's a crazy... I used to... Speaking of that, it's ironic because I used to do that undercover detective shit.
Oh, man, we working with a snitch.
I mean, shit, man. That shit was fun as... Actually...
That makes 2 of us.
That's where I met this dude's mom. You know what I'm saying?
She was
stealing?
Nah, she wasn't stealing. Nah, that would be fucked up. That would be fucked up.
I'm gonna report you to the authorities. What's your number?
What's your number?
It's either you go to jail or you're number.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Pick it. I mean, I used to do that. I mean, I had some crazy ass stories, bro. I mean,
You used to do what?
I used to plain clothes. I was undercover security.
They say give him an option.
Nah. I mean, we've had some weird shit go down in the back room, but nothing like that. Nothing like that. But I'm gonna tell a quick story. Since we telling dumb stories, I ain't even gonna go into all that.
Yeah.
So one time it was me and my homeboy D. Shout out to my man DLF. He in the building. One night we was, doing what we do, you know what I'm saying, playing them Bob Marley tapes, you know what I'm saying, drinking that, that fine lager, you know what I'm saying. So it was a munchy night, you know what I'm saying. Motherfuckers was hungry, but motherfuckers was fucked up. So, you know what I'm saying, we decided that we was going to still, don't listen to none of this, we was still going to go drive and go get some food, about maybe 15 minutes from the crib. So my man had this was back in the day, so he had the Z24 joint, 1987 joint, you know what I'm saying, sunroof and all that. I had the blue one, he had the black one. We thought we was doing our thing. So this night we go to get the pizza, some bomb-ass pizza. So we park, go inside, we fucked up again, get the pizza, right? So the car he had was a 5-speed. So we get in, normal shit, everything is normal. He checks. He looks both ways. He goes to throw it in first so he could pull out. No cars coming. But for whatever reason, the car didn't go in first. So he had to mess with it. Only a couple of seconds. It went in first, but the problem was he went to still make the same turn and he didn't look again. So when he went to pull out and make a U-turn, traffic was coming now. So in order to avoid getting hit, he had to gun it mad hard, spun out and everything, smoke and all that. Turns, okay, we didn't hit nothing. We think we good, but unfortunately, when he did that turn, it was a fucking cop coming. So the cop seen everything right in front of his face. Soon as he did the turn, cop turned the lights on, pull us over. Apparently, he thought that, apparently that store had some robberies. So when he saw us pull off like that, he thought that we robbed the store.
Oh, damn.
So, again, I told you we was drinking and all that, so I guess the cop kind of peeped it. Made him do the sobriety test, and unfortunately, he failed the test, so they took him away. So then my man, he was like, yo, take the car, but I'm like, yo, this is a stick. I don't know how to drive a stick. So unfortunately, his car got impounded. You know what I'm saying? He blamed me and shit. And, I feel, like, yo, you should have just took the car. You should have did what you had to do. All right, cool. I understand it. Problem is, so now I'm standing here. I ain't got no car to go home, but I got a big ass pizza. I got like a big ass full pie of pizza, and I got to walk home. So I'm like, damn. I'm thinking about my homeboy, but I got this pizza. I'm like,
I'm about
to eat this. Look, just saying, I had like a 30-minute because it was like 10 minutes by car, but it was like 30 minutes on foot. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, I mean, it's just me. So, I ended up eating the whole pizza. You know what I'm saying? By the time I got home.
I like the fact that out of the whole situation, your biggest problem was like, what the fuck am I going to do with this pizza?
I mean, at that point, I really couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They already took my man away. I'm really feeling fucked up about it, but I'm like, shit, I got to eat this pizza. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to let this shit go to waste. You know what I'm saying? So that was a clean story. You know what I'm saying? We could tell that story. You know what I'm saying?
I said, out of everything that happened tonight, this guy almost went.
I felt like a dick, son. I was literally walking down the street. It was probably like about 10 o'clock at this point.
But you was full, though, so that makes
I was high and full, bro. I was good.
That makes everything.
You know what I'm saying? I was good.
What about you, Fred? You got any crazy shit that happened to you?
I got a similar cop story like that.
Oh, yeah, I know you got plenty stories, Fred.
I don't know if I said this on the podcast already, but it was like it was a me and Kuko cigar.
That's a good start
Shout
already.
out to the guy.
Me and Kuko cigar. Kuko decided at the time I'd have a vehicle, so Kuko said, let me. I asked Kuko, let me get a ride to a Walmart. So he's riding me up to Walmart. Blah, blah, blah. He has an ounce of weed under my passenger seat. Ooh. We see this cop car behind us, so we're like, okay, he's going to eventually either go away or pull us over.
Right.
On our ass from all the way, if you live in Deltona, Florida. Well, I used to live in Deltona, Florida back then. And, he started going behind us from Newmark. He didn't pull us over until we got all the way before we got over the bridge by going to Orange City Walmart.
Oh man, he was telling y'all for a long time. That's at least 5 minutes.
That's
away.
a minute. That's more than 5 minutes, to be honest. That's a good and me and him are already saying like, when is he gonna pop his lights on? He hasn't popped on his lights, but he's been riding our ass.
Right.
Pops on his lights. We pull over. The cop opens his car door, pulls out a gun, goes behind the car door.
Oh shit!
And tells us, "Get the fuck out."
Oh shit!
We're like, "Whoa, what is going on?"
Oh man!
So Kuko looks like he was ready for the program. He looked like he's been through this before. He puts his hands on the wheel. He's like, yo,
I know the drill.
He's like, get out the car. He makes him get out his knees. Me, I never been through that situation to where an unfair situation like that to where a cop could fucking just do shit like that. So I get out the car and I'm like, officer, what are you doing? What's going on? I get out. He goes, get the fuck in the car. I'm like,
okay.
All right, I get in the car. So
Brown be doing all that.
I get back in the car. You know, a little white privilege, I guess, that I had there, that I thought I had. Then I went in. He made me get on my knees and made me pause and he made me do the fucking command or
Felony stop.
Yeah. Basically, he's like, oh, I've been trying to pull you over since Newmark.
Did he have lights on? Or?
No, he never put lights on. Nothing.
So how was he trying to pull you over?
He never put. He said we were eluding him, like trying to leave.
How?
Exactly. It was nuts. We were like, what the fuck? It was so fucking dirty.
Wow.
That was my first experience with a dirty cop. It was so dirty, but either way, it made us look bad because at the time, weed isn't what it is today.
Right.
So it was just like I had that ounce of weed.
That was a big deal.
Yeah,
Right.
he had the ounce of weed under my passenger seat, and cop eventually found it, and he was just like,
God.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, so he was just like, whose the weed is? And we went back and forth like, it ain't mine. He was like, it's not mine. It's not mine. And me at the time, I didn't smoke.
Right.
So I was just like,
This is 100%.
shit ain't mine. I ain't definitely not taking the fall for this shit.
Right.
There definitely ain't shit. They ain't mine. Then eventually, Kuko said it's mine.
Damn.
And then I went as a witness and actually wrote down in a statement, actually word for word what happened. And I'm educated, so I actually wrote everything with good grammar and everything. And then ended up actually dropping the case.
What?
They had to because it was dirty. It was such a dirty
They
ass.
shouldn't have pulled you off in the beginning. Pull you over
He
in the
pulled
beginning.
me over in the beginning. It was so weird. It was just off. It was like one of the many dirty cop stories I could say.
Wow,
it was just dirty. I was just like, wow, that is really. And cops like that, I don't know.
I can't say I dealt with a lot of dirty cops in my life. I mean, I do have a soft spot for cops, just because my uncle he's a detective in Atlanta.
So is mine, but not in Atlanta. In New York City.
And previously he was a cop out in Pensacola, Florida. That's in the Panhandle for those who don't know. So I have a soft spot for cops. You know what I'm saying? So that whole Blue Lives Matter. I think you know what I'm saying. I don't think it was BS, but I do think they were trying to use Blue Lives Matter against Black Lives Matter. But that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But when it comes to
that makes me mad when I see them signs.
Yeah.
And those little blue stripe. I don't know. It gets me mad.
I hear what you're saying.
It don't get me mad, but it just make me feel the same way I feel when I see somebody with a Confederate flag on their fucking truck or something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people don't see it like that, but that's how I feel when I do see it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's weird because I've learned that I can't judge people off of that, but I do still, even though the dude I'm working for is a Trump supporter. You know what I'm saying? He's a heavy Trump supporter too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's his choice.
Yeah, it is his choice, but at the same time,
Trump is not all bad. He does a lot of dickhead shit, but he's not all bad.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, his base is like, he has a businessman. He's a businessman. He does this shit like that.
He's a whack businessman though. He's trash.
But is he whack though? As a businessman,
he's fucking.
I don't think
he's scummy though with it. Like
I think a lot of them is like that. Like we just said.
Is like,
I guess.
Yeah. Robert
You gotta
Kraft.
be a shark. You gotta be a shark with it.
You do, because just in my position at work, you know what I mean? I didn't had to, you know, I didn't had to make moves to the detriment of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And it's not personal, it's business. You know what I'm saying? It's financial. You know what I'm saying? Them they looking at me like, how the fuck can you do this to me? But it's like, bruh, it's just like, it's not like I'm setting you up Shit's Creek without no paddle.
Right. Have a heart.
You know what I'm saying?
In that type of business.
But in my position, I treat it like basketball. Like, if we don't need you, we're gonna trade you to a team who do need you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up. That's a good way to look at it.
We're not gonna send you up Shit's Creek with no paddle. You know what I'm saying? At least gonna give you a paddle.
Well, that's Trump. That's what Trump's doing. He's sending you up Shit's Creek with no paddle, though.
You know what I'm saying? But there's good businessmen and there's cutthroat businessmen.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get that money handled with fists. I'm not that person. You know what I'm saying? If something comes up and I got to cut you for a reason, I'm going to make sure you taken care of, because at the end of the day, we all got families, we all got kids, and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good way to be. I mean, go ahead.
Not to take it, well, we're actually in subject, but as far as those signs, like with the
Blue Lives Matter,
it's like, I feel like they took the Black Lives Matter
They did do that shit.
slogan and they switched it to saying like nobody else matters. Nobody's saying that.
But it's not the same.
It's saying that we matter too. You know what I'm saying? People look at it and they switched it. Like, Black
get
Lives
that.
Matters. Like, it's like they switch it to say like only us. Only Black Lives Matter. No,
that's not what they say.
And I feel like when I see that sign like Blue Lives Matter or like or everybody's lives matter, it's like kind of how you say taking the Black Lives Matter out of context.
It's taking the power away from it.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
But it's a big difference. And this is what I see as a difference. Blue Lives Matter, and this is no way or shape or form meant to take anything away from policemen or to minimize what their job is, but you choose to be a policeman at the end of the day. I can't choose whether to be a black man or not. I'm a black man no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So the Blue Lives Matter and the Black Lives Matter, I think is totally different. You know what I'm saying? To say that. You shouldn't even be bringing that up. And number one, again, you choose to be a cop. You know what you're up against. You know that you know when you sign up to be a policeman that today or tomorrow or the next day could be your last. You know what I'm saying? You could choose to be something else. You know what I'm saying? You could choose to be a carpenter or anything else. I can't choose to be anything but a black man because I'm a black man no matter what at the end of the day. And that's the difference to me.
I mean, but it's all in the way you raise, because I've actually been with a girl, Caucasian woman, that she didn't see her first black person until she was a teenager.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So all you have to go off of is the images and the stereotypes that either you're fed by your family or you see in the media.
Yeah, I had her asking me like elementary questions, like black questions, like like for instance, I wore a do-rag to her house. Like, why are you wearing that on your head? I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to get waves. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying to be wavy out here.
360.
You know, but it was just crazy to me that she didn't know a lot of common concepts that a lot of white people do know. You know what I mean? Because a lot of white people do know the basics, but they don't get into...
It should be common knowledge.
It should be common knowledge, but it's not, because she's from the Midwest. She's from Minnesota. You know what I mean? So she was like, "Don't you know? I don't know about that." Yeah, that's how her accent was. And but it's just, it's like you never, you know, it all goes off of their background. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. And if they haven't been in that position where they have to think about that, like they did in her part of Minnesota, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna see that shit, and they're gonna see that Black Lives Matter. I'm like, oh, police matters, Blue Lives Matter too.
But another thing, a lot of people did in our own culture.
I get what you mean, though. I get, like, you go... sorry to cut you off.
No, you good.
But I get what you kind of mean, though. It's like, it's kind of like what I said earlier in this podcast, is like about people don't see that there is actually racism out there.
You'll be surprised.
So when I can see that. Yeah.
But that's also why I say that we have to be a little more responsible with the type of social media images that we put out here. Because some people, this is all they see as far as black people. And then if all we putting out there is fight videos and you know, thug videos, the people who don't really even deal with black people, but all they see is what comes across their timeline. If all they see is motherfuckers jumping people and motherfuckers doing this and doing that, they gonna think that everybody is like that. You know what I'm saying? So we do need to be a little more responsible with what we put out there on social media.
All right, so here's my question. How do you spot racism?
That's a good question.
How do you spot that? I know how I spot it.
I mean, if somebody is
I can feel the vibes for some reason. You don't have to say a
lot of
word
people-
to me sometimes.
A lot of
and I
people
know.
do
look
not
off the
understand.
body language, the look, I know.
But the thing is, just off of you saying that, a lot of people don't understand that. It's like, what vibes? You know, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But it's just subtle mannerisms, subtle like if I go into an elevator, you know what I mean,
and you
I
clutch
say
your purse.
clutch purse, or if I say good morning, you're like,
Right.
and they don't say nothing to me.
Right. You already know what
I'm
it
saying?
is. Yeah.
But that's how you spot that shit. Or for instance, I was doing a not to keep bringing up my job, but I was doing a delivery the other day, and it was back in the country. You know what I'm saying? Sticks. Like I had to go on dirt roads. I ain't know where the fuck I was. No signal, no nothing.
Damn.
I went out there and dude let his dog out.
Wow.
To the point where I had to close my sliding doors, and the dog was barking at the door and everything.
I mean, wasn't you in a truck that had
Yeah.
your business name blazing across the side?
Yeah. But
Wow.
he didn't say all that. He just let his dog out. When his dog was out barking at me, he just looked at me like, who are you? What are you doing back here? You know what I mean? But I had a package for your ass. And so he actually walked up to the truck, didn't say shit to me. I'm like, hey, I have a package for you. Took the package, walked away.
That's
Yeah.
racism.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of
Yeah.
people won't view it like that.
Yeah.
No, that's racism.
But
They'll say he's just a rude guy. No,
That's
that
racism.
motherfucker racist.
yeah, because if you don't take the time to acknowledge me as a human being,
Right.
that's blatant.
He ain't got to
racism.
be your friend.
You don't got to say it. It's all in your mannerisms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if your daughter fucking black niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
That don't
who-
mean
whose fault
His
is that?
daughter could still be doing that and still be racist.
You know what I'm saying?
To be honest,
Correct.
A lot of white people think that like, oh, what are you talking about? My daughter is
That's the first thing they say.
or my best friend is
Correct,
a black guy.
correct,
Like,
correct.
Let's not forget. Or I love black girls. What are you talking about? Let's not forget back
you
in
love
slavery.
black ass.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily love black people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was trying to get at. Like, let's not forget back in the slavery.
Because a lot of
days.
these cats, a lot of these
Come
cats
on.
will bang a black chick and
Talk
call
some
her-
racist shit right
Exactly.
after.
And it has nothing to do with I love you. It's just sex. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I got the ultimate trump card. I'm like, I'm not racist. My daughter half white.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean,
but
but
I don't know.
that's crazy,
It's just crazy to think about how prevalent it is, and we're in 2019. Ain't shit changed. You know what I'm saying? How deep it goes. You know, like what kind of individual do you have to be to teach your kids how to hate somebody? You know what I'm saying? That comes from deep within.
Ignorance.
That's deep.
It's mental. It's mental. Mental health. It's a mental health issue.
I don't even think it's a mental health issue. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's that you have so much hate in your soul and in your body, and it's not even their fault. To be honest with you, you kind of got to feel bad for those people because they don't know no better.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't
You're
know
right.
no better. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was taught. They granddaddy taught them this. Their dad taught them this.
A lot of it
That's
is
how-
that too, I think.
Yeah, but
that's just the way they was raised.
Yeah, but I mean, I think
It's not excusable.
to be honest with you, man.
And this was just as fresh. This was just really yesterday.
I mean,
50 years ago. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
and guess what? In another 50 years, everybody gonna be brown because there's so many mixed babies out there. You know what I'm saying?
I do have a theory on that. We have a whole bunch of Steph Currys running around.
Oh yeah,
and Klay Thompson.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to teach my
It's
daughter
just
how to
gonna-
play basketball
it's
now.
gonna be darker. It's still at that time. It's gonna be lighter skin versus darker skin.
Yeah,
You're
all
right,
it's gonna
because
be.
it's not even
That's a different
necessarily.
thing.
We do it today.
It's
We
colorism.
do in our own culture. We still
Yeah.
do it. Light skinned dudes versus dark
So,
skinned
so how do
dudes.
y'all feel about colorism? Do y'all think that is a real thing, or
I 100% think it's real.
you know what I'm saying?
Because it's like dark skinned dudes just came back in style a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, if you was dark skinned, you wasn't winning. You know what I'm saying? Until we had Malik Yoba and Idris Elba's come out. Now all of a sudden all the ladies love them. You know what I'm saying? But back in the days, the love was less back then.
all right,
you know?
Fred, do you see a lot of colorism when it comes to people in DR?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, the dark skinned Dominicans.
It's the dark skinned Dominicans all the time. Like they don't see themselves as being black. They're like, but
That's crazy.
I think they misconstrued it though. They because same thing as like the Africans. Africans don't like to be called African American. You know what I'm saying? They don't like to be associated with the blacks of the United They feel like they're more uppity, they're more, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what it's just I think that's what the problem is. It's just the I don't think it's the color.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the time. Damn.
Yeah, that's the time.
But before we go, I don't really think that it's I don't think it's an uppity thing. I think it's more so of a pride thing because not for nothing. If I wasn't from America and I was black, I would feel way more prideful than the people here.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Because I know my heritage, I know my culture.
And that's the thing. I think that is when we come back, we're gonna talk about that.
All right, let's take a little break real fast. You know what I'm saying? We're going to listen to some music once again. It's your boy PRG Black, PRG Podcast, and we be right back.
It's lit, ooh, light it up. I got a bag on me. I took your bitch, ooh, pipe her up. I got the cash on me. Baddest bitch up in the club. She throw that ass on me. She gon' get another cup. She know the tab on me. It's lit, ooh, light it up. I got a bag on me. I took your bitch, ooh, pipe her up. Cause I got the cash on me. Baddest bitch up in the club. She throw that ass on me. She gon' get another cup. She know the tab on me. Pouring shots of Henny with my real niggas. VIP, so I ain't gotta deal with you. Bougie bitches plotting, think they will get you. Cold heart, I'm just tryna chill with you. I did it all on my own, I just do better alone. My circle small like a stone, with strong scent, the aroma. Rock stars cause we stoners. It's on my tab, but are you sipping? She getting back like a soup kitchen. Laid back, I got 2 bitches. We ballin', I'm Jordan and you Pippin. It's lit, ooh, light it up. I got a bag on me. I took your bitch, ooh, pipe her up. I got the cash on me. Baddest bitch up in the club. She throw that ass on me. She gon' get another cup. She know the tab on me. It's lit, ooh, light it up. I got a bag on me. I took your bitch, ooh, pipe her up. Cause I got the cash on me. Baddest bitch up in the club. She throw that ass on me. She gon' get another cup. She know the tab on me. Oh, you know she bougie and bad. Louis and Gucci for bags. She like my fat pockets. Well, I hope your booty fat. Bougie bitches want it all. Truer bitches love the ball. I ain't started from the bottom, but now I stand above it all. All of my niggas got stripes, all of my niggas with psych. On my tab, we on the night. Money talking on the mic, left out the money right. I got the game in the guillotine. You know I run with the realest team. Foreign little bit from the Philippines. She ain't my bitch, that's just Billie Jean. It's lit, ooh, light it up. I got a bag on me. I took your bitch, ooh, pipe her up. I got the cash on me. Baddest bitch up in the club. She throw that ass on me. She gon' get another cup. She know the tab on me. It's lit, ooh, light it up. I got a bag on me. I took your bitch, ooh, pipe her up. Cause I got the cash on me. Baddest bitch up in the club. She throw that ass on me. She gon' get another cup. She know the tab on me. She's telling me that I got all of these bitches looking at me like I got gold on my feet. Telling me that I got all of the sauce while the man is just standing there hitting on me. She jumped on my wave. Shawty come swing my way. If you can't stop another bottle from popping, these bitches gonna be watching me with the tank. 950. When I'm on my way, ain't shit you say to me. She sits on my face until she shaking this, she caters me. Say she free-to-lay. The bitch do what I say. Got your bitch sitting shotgun, smoking weed, giving shawties to a bitch in the back seat. Back shot to the back shot, then a headshot, and then a headshot to the clip MT. Can I get a little bit of POV? Sucking on, fucking on, busting on me. Pretty little cat, oh look at that. I'ma hit that from the back till the shit goes black. Then I gotta split a cigar, she get my dick hard and start sucking to the blunt split. It's lit, ooh, light it up. I got a bag on me. I took your bitch, ooh, pipe her up. I got the cash on me. Baddest bitch up in the club. She throw that ass on me. She gon' get another cup. She know the tab on me. It's lit, ooh, light it up. I got a bag on me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we back. It's the PRG Podcast. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about what? Colorism?
Colorism.
You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and pick back up with that. You know what I'm saying?
We was talking about the Dominicans.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dominicanos.
Dominicanos. But
Light versus dark.
But yeah, they have a problem. So I feel like it's too. There is people that are like, there is colorism, of course, or where they see themselves as not black, basically,
right?
And they feel like they're just Spaniard, and it's just like, no, if you were just Spaniard, you would just be just white. Like my mother, she would be considered more of the just Spaniard looking people than my father is the black. He obviously has black Indians in him. Yeah, so it's
you can see it.
You can see it, but there's people that are my dad's color and swear up and down that they're just Spaniard. Like, no, bro. Like, you are delirious.
Like, how you get that color?
How do you get that color? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's be real now. Like, you look at your hair. Like, come on. You obviously have some
Correct.
roots.
Correct.
And people, and there are those types that are blind like that. But then you have your others that understand that they're black, but they don't like to be considered as black Americans because, but how you said black Americans have a little bit of a bad rep, and also don't have no culture.
Yeah.
So it's just that's all it is.
We don't have a flag. You know what I'm saying? Like a
well, there is
flag.
a culture.
There is culture.
There's culture. Let me take that back. But it's no background. Like
we don't have a lot of history that people identify with.
I can honestly go
besides slavery.
Yeah, I can go back and think about like things that. And to be honest with you, I don't know my history. Like, I mean, I know my dad is partially West Indian. And my mom was raised in North Florida. That's about it. Other than that, I really have no idea.
I think a lot of us have the same type of
what's your last name?
Knowledge.
Leggins. It's French.
Okay. Look at it. That's why I want to take that. I want all of us to take that test.
I think that's a great idea.
All of us. I think it's like $100.
The Ancestry.com or whatever. Or
there's a better one. I heard 23andMe is better.
Okay.
They actually go way deeper and they pinpoint the exact town and everything.
I think we should do that.
And with that, where you're from, like it's dope.
Each person get a report, and then we come and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a surprise or whether it was, this is what you knew or whatever.
Yeah,
you know
because I honestly feel like us as black people, we really don't. You know what I mean? Of course, we're creating our own culture. That's in our genes. We're always going to do that. Wherever you put us at, we're going to strive and we're going to be great.
Correct.
But as far as history goes, I don't hear so many people, mainly of the light skin descent, saying, "Oh, I'm from Scandinavia. My grandparents are from whatever, blah blah blah." But I can't do that shit. Like I said, my mom is from Pensacola, and my dad is from South Carolina. But I know he's from the West Indies, and I got that little gem from my uncle, and he didn't even know. He just knew he was from the West Indies. You know what I mean?
I went deep into I think till 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I went in deep, just looking.
Pornhub.com, my nigga.
It's deep into my ancestry, and I would go into these different sites, and certain sites will only give you a certain amount of information, and then it'll stop and say if you want more.
Well, yeah,
we have to pay.
Bread. Yeah.
So right when it will stop me, I would take all the information off of that website, go on another one.
Start piecing it together.
And I started piecing it. I was up to 4 in the morning just Googling, and I went deep into my deep and
that's what's up.
And my name Valoy wasn't originally Valoy. It was actually my last name was actually Valois.
Okay.
And it was it's French. So my lineage goes back to the France. I don't know if that was in a good way or bad way. I don't know if it was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know if I was a slave to that name or if I was.
I mean, it's a possibility.
I don't know. So with that being said, my dad is Dominican. You know how Dominicans had a connection with the French at one point, same as Haiti. So it goes.
That makes a lot of sense.
It goes hand. It kind of went hand in hand. And but yeah, and the reason my name became Valoy is because the way they the town pronounces stuff.
Okay.
It was just like how the South has their type of talking and up
their
north
lingo
has
and
their lingo
accent and stuff like that.
They spelled it how they said it.
Okay.
So instead of saying Valois, they said Valoy. Like they just spell Valoy and they just put it on there. And that's kind of how I had my name. But went deep into it, and now I think it was 20. I think it was 43, 43rd. It was either 23 or 43 up to be king. Because it's always backup king and queens. Right. So if any of say 23 of them die, then those kings, then I become
next in line.
Yeah, so we were 23 or 43 in line to become king. At that time,
that's interesting. Though.
I looked deep into it though.
That's interesting.
It was a minute ago. It was a minute ago, so I forgot.
We all could be kings in line and shit.
I mean, I went to a family reunion back in 12. Somewhere along those lines, I took my kids with me, and it was we had on my dad's side a family reunion in South Carolina. And
what part, if you don't mind me asking?
Aiken.
Okay, I never heard of that.
Aiken, South Carolina, bro. Which, by the way, side note, bro, it's so old school over there.
It is.
It's scary.
It is
because it's crazy going through. just going through and seeing all those cotton fields that's still out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just me thinking to myself, like, damn, I wonder how many slaves are buried
That
out
was
there.
standing on the same grounds.
Not only standing in the same grounds, but buried underneath the ground.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
well, definitely.
you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's just to see that shit. And when I went there a couple years ago, you know what I mean, I had my kids with me. So I pulled over to the side of the road next to those cotton fields. I picked, you know what I'm saying, just to get back in my roots. I picked a little bit of the cotton, you know what I'm saying, and I gave one to my daughter, and I made a Facebook post about it. And I had her hands holding the bud of the cotton leaf, and I was like, I'm glad my ancestors, you know, was able to overcome this, so my daughter's hands would never have to touch these.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
That's powerful.
Yeah, facts.
Got like 3 likes on it, but you know,
Because nobody don't, you know.
but it was just I don't know, it was just crazy just to see that shit, because we live in Florida, man. Ain't no cotton fields around here.
Right.
You know what I mean? It ain't nothing to reference back to slavery other than the Confederate flags that we pass all the time. But it was just so deeply
They
rooted.
still got the plantations.
Yeah.
in a lot of
Yeah.
places.
If you go around Daytona, Daytona, Oviedo, or Winter Springs, you still see those plantation houses. You know what I'm saying? One of the prominent businesses in Winter Springs is the Tuscaloosa Community Golf Club, and I
it's
swear,
built on a plantation.
I swear for God, that fucking building looks just like a plantation house.
Sure it was.
Just like a fucking plantation house.
a house nigga
If
house.
anybody Googles Tuscaloosa golf course, they'll see the house. And it's plain white. It looks like they had a whole bunch of rocking chairs in the front, and it ain't nothing but a golf course in the back.
Wow.
Which you know what that used to be.
Exactly. That
What's
was
the
the field.
definition of plantation?
Plantation is shit. Where they made niggas work.
Basically.
Is that what it really what?
No. I think it was just a huge lot of land in which a farmer or a crop guy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says. In a state in which crops such as coffee, sugar, tobacco, or cultivated.
They ain't put the main one.
Yeah.
Cotton.
You know what I'm saying? That's the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, wait, I'm sorry. What did you say in South Carolina your people are from again?
Aiken, South
Okay.
Carolina, which is whack, by the way, because they stopped selling liquor at 7. Who the fuck does that?
Wow.
They start what?
They stopped selling beer and liquor at 7.
7? That is nuts.
You ever heard of a place called St. George?
I'm not too fluent in South Carolina.
Okay. That's
You know
what
what I
my
mean? That was the first and last time I would go to South Carolina.
that's where my father, his people are from, St. George, South Carolina.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. They got like a whole different lifestyle out
Yeah,
there. you know what I'm
it's
saying?
deeply rooted.
It's almost like they see life from a totally different vantage point than a lot of other people from outside South Carolina do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but a lot of the slaves back in the day, that was the main port in which they got slaves.
Right.
Was from South Carolina, from the coast.
Right. So now
You know what I
I
mean?
kind of understand the difference in the mentality now when you talk about that was a main slave hub.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because, I had a dispute with some people, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, and this was like maybe last year, you know what I'm saying? It was like, well, how is a young black man, this, because it was something that happened with some boys and, some sexual misconduct with some girls. So I'm not going to go into all of that because I don't know all the details. But I know one thing they were saying was like, oh, they must be lying because it's like, how is a black man in today's society supposed to be able to go and rent a hotel room by themselves? I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And they were saying that's their life. Like a black man can't have a credit card or can't have the ability to rent his own hotel room. Wow. I'm like, I mean, it kind of tripped me out at first. I'm like, y'all bugging, but I was like, that must be their reality. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, shit, if you have a credit card, you can rent a room. Bottom line, it's not like you white, you can't come here.
There was this.
You black, you can't come here.
There was this one instance of, Roy. So I'm helping him out with the route when I'm first starting off with the company we work for, and he stops at this lady's house, and she starts talking about all the places she's traveled, talking to us, and then she doesn't even know she's saying this, and it was racist to say it, but she was just like, but you probably never have been to these places, like,
Wow.
you probably never got out of Florida, have you?
Wow.
And I just looked at Roy's face, and I just looked at him. I was and I looked at the lady. I looked at her like, you fucking.
What does that mean? Like, what are you trying to say, lady?
Serious?
Wow.
And then he looked at her and kind of like looked at her like this. He was just like, yeah, I've been out of here. Yeah, of course.
Right.
And then she kind of like brushed it off and then continued her conversation. And after that, we was just like, yo, that was like.
Nah, she was talking down to him.
Yeah, me and him, we looked at each other when we left. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
What does that mean? What are you trying to say? Because I'm black, I never left Florida.
You could tell that she didn't even know what she was saying was wrong. You could tell, like it just came out her mouth like nothing.
She probably was taught that.
Nuts.
So that's her every day. That's her reality.
So us as being brown people, are we built with the racist radar? Because I've been with people at my job in which I've trained before, and we ran into an instance where, you know what I'm saying, we weren't treated so savory. And we literally looked at each other and like, you felt that, right?
Right.
He was like, yeah, I understand. I know what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I don't get where people get off talking down on other people, but that's just how I was brought up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I look at it like this. At this point, I don't really want to waste too much more of my life on racism and things of that nature. I know it might sound crazy, you know what I'm saying, but like I was saying
it gives
before,
it more energy, right?
Right, exactly. You know, and our energy is not finite. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to put my energy going forward. I want to put my energy. You know, I can't be naive and act like it don't exist, but I am going to put my energy towards doing better. Just bottom line, just progressing and doing what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? I think I've wasted enough time worrying about other stuff that, to be honest, is probably not going to change. I think that the best thing that I could do is kind of the best way I could give a middle finger to a racist person is to be successful and to do for my family and make a better situation for my people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff, I mean, hey, if that's what you choose to do, then that's cool. But I think the best get back that I can get is to rub it in these racists' face and to prove them wrong and to do the exact opposite of what they think we are. Yeah. Bottom line.
This is on a good note. I'm actually me and Devon's birthday's in January. Around that same time, they do in Africa, in Ghana, they do this like dope ass festival. They've been doing it for the past couple of years, and they do the port where they used to ship out the slaves like to America. That port, they actually made it like real nice, made a nice beach out of it.
Okay,
it's a dope tourist spot now. Like we're like mad celebs are going in now, but they're recognizing what happened there, and they putting they put like a sign that says like welcome back home. That like pretty much saying.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah,
I never really thought about it. So
it's like I know we shipped you off, but welcome back. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome back, nigga.
I'm glad you made it back.
That's true. I didn't even think about
welcome
that.
Welcome back, nigga.
Straight up though, because
damn,
it's just like
I didn't think about it.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like in Germany. People putting decorations on the Holocaust Museum, like, "Hey, you made it here. Welcome back.
Congrats."
You know what I'm saying?
We tried to kill you, but you were stronger.
You made it, my nigga. You made it. Man, I don't know how I feel about that one.
I mean, I don't want to comment.
I get what
I hear what you're saying though, but I don't want to comment yet. I want to think about it first. Maybe on the next podcast episode,
yeah, but
we'll talk about
they do a little
that.
festival in Ghana, man, and they and a lot of celebrities have been going to. They're going to it more and more every year, and they pretty much acknowledging what has happened and basically trying to make more positive out about it. So. Yeah, so that beach where they send people off, they made it like really nice. They have like little statues showing. All right,
nah,
you guys.
I ain't vibing.
I mean, I'm listening. I'm like, I want to do a little more research.
But that's just like
they be like, don't make a wrong turn.
That's just like Allen Iverson dad coming back after he knew he was famous. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I knew we shipped you out, but damn, y'all niggas made it. Welcome back. You know what I'm saying?
You made it, nigga.
Get back here, nigga.
You made it.
Shit, man.
Teach me that crossover.
You know what I'm saying? Teach me
that crossover.
Get me in the Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it.
Nah, I mean I didn't know anything even like that existed, and I appreciate you pointing out. I want to do a little more research.
We definitely got.
You know what I'm saying?
As far as the beach though, the festival part of it is pretty dope. From what I heard and what I seen on social media, unless they're hyping it, it looks really dope, man. Look, and the concerts that they throw is really dope. Even Kanye went out there.
It's not the Fire Festival, is it?
Nah.
Let me stop. That was inappropriate.
Nah, but yeah, definitely do your research and y'all tell me about it next week.
Yeah. I want to be responsible and speak.
Yeah.
from an educated vantage point instead of just talking off my ass. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna research it and come back with that.
I don't know. It's just I just have mixed feelings about the whole thing, but I'm definitely down.
However you feel next week, let's talk about it. How's that feel? I feel like we agree on too many topics anyway. So.
Right.
Us disagreeing, it'll be good.
I definitely didn't agree on this topic, but but I do think we need to do more research on this before we get. And Keem will be the best person to be here because he's the #1 debater of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know. I don't know. We definitely got to get more in tune with ourselves, and I think that's a part of us, building ourselves up as kings because we all are. Going back to what you said earlier, you know what I'm saying? You have a royal name. You know what I mean? We all do at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Whether it be French or whatever, wherever you're from, we all are kin to some kind of royalty. Everybody is. Yeah. You know
we do got to act like it though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just being a king, you have to walk in those king shoes too.
It's easier said than done, man, because these hoes be calling.
I mean, but that's why and I'm glad we talking about this whole king thing because I don't necessarily like that we automatically call everybody king.
Nah.
Because not everybody is making king moves out here.
Yeah, you got to give people that just do.
Some people is making just the moves, and they shouldn't be. I feel that you right, and I feel that you watering down the word king when you just put that king on everybody just because you black.
So what do you define as a king and a person?
In today's society, making real positive moves. I think that's king shit. You know what I'm saying? Of course, none of us have a scepter. Some of us probably do, but you know what I'm saying? I know we ain't really, doing, the typical king thing, but I think making positive moves for your family, for yourself, and the people around you, I think that's king shit. If you at least doing that, then I consider that king shit. But if you just out here just being a dickhead and nah, you're not a king, bro. You know what I'm saying? Personally, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
The same. I feel like this generation nowadays, you take words like sis, bro,
classic.
You
know what I'm saying?
They just take classic.
You know what I'm saying?
And they just use it for everything to the point where the word doesn't have any meaning no more.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. They did the same thing with love.
A true king, exactly. I love you, but it's fake love.
LOVE turned into
LUV.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I have a hard time telling people I love them. And I heard this from multiple chicks, but I have a hard time because when I say that shit, because me as a person, bro, I love hard. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you I love you, bitch, I'm dying for you. You know what I'm saying? There's no I love you. Let's go to the movies. There's none of that shit.
Not to cut you off, but I never use the word love unless I really loved you.
It should be sacred.
I wasn't the type of guy that pulled out that word just to smash. Like I would never do that.
I haven't.
I only did that one time. But
I have. Sometimes
I can't have it in me to do that. Ugh.
I mean, back in the days, I didn't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
So, whatever I had to do, I had to do.
But we are in a generation where people don't take their words literal. You know what I'm saying? We're in the age of assumption where,
correct.
I say this, but you're supposed to know I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? But
I know.
Not everybody think like that. Though.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Like nigga, you said it. That's what I'm going off of.
Like a lot of niggas out here saying, "Oh, I love you. I do this for you."
And it's fake.
Blah, but it's fake. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you get hemmed up, you know what I'm saying? This
that
goes
love is out
for
the
men
window.
and women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell somebody I love them at all unless I'm willing to die for that person. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get that out of me.
All right.
Because to me, that's what love is.
I'm gonna say something else though, because I was, I don't know if y'all seen it, but I did that. I think it's a documentary called The Secret. You know what I'm saying? Very powerful.
You sent that on the chat.
Yeah, bro. I think you guys, everybody should take a look at it because it hits on so many different topics. It's long, pause, but it hits on a lot of topics. So one of the things that they said, because he said the same, and it triggered me when you just said that. If I say I love you, I'll die for you. You know what I'm saying? And then one of the dudes up there, he was like, he said that to his wife. He was like, I love you to the point where I would die for you. And then, because they was having problems. And then her response was, and it kind of fucked me up. She was like, why don't you try to live for me? You know what I'm saying? So it was, she don't care that you would take a bullet. She love you to the point that she want to see you live your life and live a life together.
But that's how you know you got a real one, though.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just that kind of, because I've said that before. You know what I'm saying? I'll take a bullet for you. And some people don't do nothing for them. I'd rather see you live for me and live for us. That's love to them. You know what I'm saying? I think that, a difference between love languages. But anyway,
but now that you say it like that, it does make more sense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It kind of hit me like, oh shit.
Because,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what
because
I'm
if you dead, that other person ain't getting nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting no experience, no life experience if you dead. But if you living, you going on trips, you going on experiences, y'all learning new shit. That's really love right there. You know what I'm saying?
But how much of that builds into the mind state that you have at the current time? Because I remember a couple weeks ago, probably towards the beginning of the year when we were talking about our New Year stuff, we were talking about changing our language. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of psychology behind saying, I would die for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the cup halfway empty and the cup halfway full.
Right.
You know, it's a different perspective on things.
It
but
is.
It's a positive spin on it, saying, I love you so much that I want to live as long as I can to provide for you.
That's,
you know what I mean? And that's something I didn't think about.
I want to start thinking along those lines. If I love you to a point to die for you, like you said, I'd rather live and be there and make you happy and make myself happy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's more important than letting them know I'll die for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think that's a narrative that I just learned and I got to carry on because, I would die for my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I would give my life for them easily.
Correct.
But
100%.
What will mean more value to them is if
have you there.
Have me there, have me teach them lessons. As much of a-hole that I think I am, because out of both parents, I'm the strong one. I'm not negating what my children's mother do, because they do their part. They do more than their part. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout them. I want to take this time personally to shout them out. You know what I'm saying? That y'all doing everything that y'all can.
No
plus
doubt.
More. But I forgot what I was about to say.
We good. We probably got to shut this down soon anyway.
I lose my train of thought every day, probably
It's
in this
all
podcast.
good. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all holding me down. Appreciate
But anyway,
y'all.
we got a couple minutes left. You know what I'm saying? Anything particular we want to touch on before we close this down?
Follow us on a lot of streaming platforms, mainly iHeartRadio. We popping now.
Yes, sir.
We on TuneIn too.
Tuned in.
We just got added to TuneIn this week as well. You know what I'm saying? So,
we out there. We out there.
Basically, any streaming platform at this point, you search for 950 ENT Radio or PRG Podcast or People Reaching Goals, and you'll find us. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with us.
We need that. We need
You know
that
what I'm saying?
love from y'all, because y'all are the ones who keep us going.
Exactly.
Keep us going. We want to provide for y'all. We have big things.
Yes.
Big things
Big
happening.
content that you guys probably are actually ready for, but you're not ready for.
And we're literally putting our own blood, sweat, and tears into
And
this.
money.
No tears, because we don't cry, because we're real niggas.
And money.
But
Eventually,
you know what I'm saying? We got plenty in store for y'all, so if y'all can subscribe.
we're gonna leave it at a secret now, but just to give you a little hint, this show's eventually going to be live, so we'll be
definitely.
able to interact with you guys a lot more. So
Definitely.
Calls, emails.
And that's
Yes,
why you
sir.
definitely need to follow. So when we make that transition, you will be the first to understand.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? If you have any ideas, content, topics, and anything, make sure you hit us 950entradio@gmail.com. We on all social media as well, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just do the same search, 950 ENT Radio, People Reaching Goals Podcast, or PRG Podcast.
And we're looking forward to the email concept of it until we get the live phone calls, because if we get some email questions, anything you guys want us to talk about, any of that stuff, we can use all of that.
Indeed.
And plus, we want to be a more listener-oriented show.
Interactive.
We want to be an interactive show so where you guys can call in. We can get you guys in, be a part of the show, not just us. We want everybody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It is people reaching goals, and
People.
It's not just us. It's people. It's everybody. Y'all want to call in, give us a shout out to y'all business, anything. We here for you.
eventually we're gonna become free therapy for you guys.
Indeed.
That's the goal. So that's the goal of the content: free therapy and more interacting with you guys. So y'all get ready for that content. I can't tell you any more,
Exactly.
but
We got something coming up
soon.
though, too. We got something else
Be
coming
excited.
in March. I don't know if I should drop the bomb yet, you know what I'm saying? But we got something coming in March for y'all.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
I'm
Tell them. Tell them.
All right, so we're going to have a 950 show. You know what I'm saying? Showcase downtown Orlando. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be on March 23rd.
At the Sound Bar.
You know, it's at Sound Bar. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a lot of the artists that you hear music played on this podcast. You're going to get a chance to enjoy them live. The podcast team is also going to be there. We're going to have a little subscription, probably sweepstakes or giveaway or something like that. So make sure you stay in tune. That's why I say you got to subscribe so you understand what's going on.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that's about it for now. We're going to shut this down. Once again, it's my man. I'm PRG Black.
PRG Freddie Focus.
PRG Cutta Calhoun.
In the building.
And one time for my boy Keem Olajuwon.
PRG Keem in the building.
Yeah.
Always
Not
with
in
us.
the building.
Not in the building, but he's always with us.
Not here, but you always remember, guys.
You know what I'm saying? So that's time. You know what I'm saying? I like to say thank you for my son for rolling with us. PRG big time in the building.
Hey.
Darrell Stevens, thank you for rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to hear him on that sax real soon.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So let's, on that note, let's close it out. Until next show, I'll see y'all later.
Feeling like I could be godly to you. Blasphemy, but you ain't gotta be rude. Say my name, I think you got some sense. Some say Trump this, some say Trump pants. Fuck it though, man, you ain't gotta be cool. About to blow up like a fucking balloon. Only the pop at your face, look at you. Sit on my, sit on my, sit on my, sit on my condolences. Man, the flow's so sick. If you notice, just when I spoke, how cold it is. But I'm hoping this is an introduction to the Holy Land. But I'm noticing I need heaven on earth. Cause it may seem like somebody life's perfect. That's just looking at the surface. This might get you nervous once you notice everybody wants the pie. Bunch of leprechauns chasing rainbows in the sky. Everybody's telling you they ride till they die. It's music to my ears when they lie. Wake up, focus, notice, true. Wake up, wake up, kick up, you roll it, hold it, to your two. I got all my brothers through. Like once you know that everybody wants the pie. Bunch of leprechauns chasing rainbows in the sky. Everybody's telling you they ride till they die. It's